Police.
Bitch.
Police.
Bitch.
I guess I'm live. There's a lot of miscommunication between myself. I'm uncensored with Mike the Cop. Mo is in the booth with Blue, the producer. Is Blue the producer or is Blue the technical? What is Blue's title?
That's up to you,
Besides
bro.
pain in the ass.
That's up to you, bro.
Well, pain in the ass works.
When you come into a room, Mo, do you close the door behind you?
Yeah, most times.
Okay.
I mean,
I was just asking.
most grown adults do.
No particular reason. Do you let people off the highway, getting on the highway on before you get off? I mean, it's similar to an elevator. You don't go on an elevator.
Wait, say that again. If I'm getting off the highway.
If you're coming onto the highway,
Yes.
and someone is merging and wants to get off to that, you don't go on before the people get off. It's like an elevator. You don't walk onto an elevator.
No, I'm in my lane already.
But you're getting out of your lane to go off the highway, and I'm coming onto the highway.
No, they got to yield to me. They got to yield to me.
They got to let you come across and go on before they get out.
Correct. Yes, that makes sense to me.
All right. What about an elevator?
What about it?
Do you wait for the people to get off the fucking elevator before you go on it?
Yes, of course.
Oh, okay.
You don't?
Honey.
I was just wondering if that's how you do or not.
Yeah, I mean, of course.
You know, I'm putting the cart before the horse here. I didn't do my intro yet, but that's fine. Do you put your shopping cart back? Or are you one of those assholes that say, "Oh, I don't put it back because I want to keep somebody employed"? No, you're fucking lazy.
Yeah, no, you don't even need to ask me that. You know better than to ask.
When somebody holds a door open, this is called the pet peeves portion of the show. I'm gonna give it a title.
We just went right into it.
When you open up the door, hold the door for somebody, do you expect them to put a little giddy in their yup when you hold the door for them, or or is it okay for them to walk at that slovenly, sloth-like pace that they were walking for?
Same when I stop for somebody in a crosswalk. Like, I understand that.
Well, you have to stop for somebody in a crosswalk. That's the law.
Now,
that's the law.
Yeah, yes and no. Yes,
that's
and no.
the written law. I'm talking about life and just like codes.
Even if I stop for you in the crosswalk, I don't give a fuck about what you're saying in the law, and because if you actually read the law, the end of that law puts the onus of safety on the pedestrian. There's none of the aforementioned relinquishes the person.
Really?
Yes.
I thought.
You thought what? That the crosswalk was a force field?
I thought end of the day, that ultimately the driver of the vehicle, which is a killing machine, if you will, as big as it is, they're
That's what she
ultimately responsible for it. No one's ever said that to you, bro. You're not a killing
Well,
machine.
no, you're right. You're right.
Bro, Mo, whatever.
You're right.
I thought the person in the car driving the car was more responsible than the person walking across the street.
Oh, yeah, but just because you're in the crosswalk, if a car does not have a reasonable amount of time to stop, you can't just dance out into the crosswalk and then flash one of those nasty freaking looks while you and your family cross the street like a pack of geese.
We'll get him next time.
All right, if you say so.
It's the truth.
Anyway, welcome everybody to the first show of the 2025, the new year of Uncensored with Mike the Cop and the Unknown Detective. The Unknown Detective couldn't be here today. He's at finishing school. This is the Invisible Detective who I have with me today because the Unknown Detective couldn't be here. But we can't let him stop the show for him not being here because otherwise, who knows when we'll have a show.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
So
I know exactly what you're saying.
we are situated in lovely downtown Phillipsburg, New Jersey at the Tactical Financial Group Studios. Very generous donation by Brian Shea, the owner of Tactical Financial Group and our ultimate sponsor, although we do have other sponsors, but he's the corporate sponsor, if I may be so bold. Is that accurate, Mo? Corporate sponsor?
That is a very accurate statement.
I do believe if you guys are doing your job, and gals in the booth there, that there should be something in the corner, top corner, bottom corner.
There is absolutely something in
that
the
says
top
Tactical
corner.
Financial Studios?
Yes, Michael, it is there.
Owned by Brian Shea?
I don't think his name is
All right,
on
but
it.
that's who owns it. So you could do a search for him online, financial experts. If I hit the lottery and had millions of dollars to invest, this is the guy I'd go to. Very benevolent fella. Does a lot of stuff for police departments, fire departments, military. Yeah, fella. Guy. Clear you never played sports. And maybe baseball, but you sucked at that anyway.
This is true.
Oh, baby, a triple.
You ever hit a triple?
Oh, yeah.
You don't got the legs. You'd have probably never hit a triple.
I do not have the legs.
Anyway, yeah, so that's that. So let's do this, though, Josh, because I probably should have done this at the beginning. Shit. Got to take a shot. Said his name.
It's all right. It's all right.
Ooh, that whiskey's strong.
It's all right.
Around me are familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces.
Get it? Because your face and I said your name. Let's just take a quick
You're
moment
off
of
to a
silence.
ripping start.
Let's just take a quick moment of silence for all the officers that we lost since the last episode, which was about a week and a half ago. That episode was Tommy Werther, Tom the Cigar Man's Blue Room podcast. Let's just do that real quick. Moment of silence. Thank you. So, Mo, I don't really have a first segment because I didn't have a lot of time. That means I'm back on camera?
Yeah.
Cool. So what I wanted to do was I wanted for the people in the booth to bring up a topic unbeknownst to me and your counterpart in the booth, and then we will discuss that for 5 minutes, a give and take back and forth.
Here, you're going to defer that to me?
Yeah. Bring up
Illegal immigration.
illegal immigration. What's my take on illegal immigration? I'll start.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I personally like what's going on.
Okay.
I like when they're doing raids and they're grabbing pedophiles and rapists and murderers and these gang members and all this stuff, right?
Right.
What I'm kind of iffy about is, and I know anybody that comes into the country and doesn't do it the proper way is an illegal alien. Hence, they broke the law, and technically, they're a criminal.
Correct.
Now, if the previous administration invited them in, right, and said, "Come to America,"
They did
Right?
more than invite him in. But go ahead. Go ahead.
they were told they can come here. They were told how to come here. They were sponsored to come here. Who we
Yes.
fucking kidding?
Yes.
Okay. They didn't, in my mind, can you really charge somebody with trespassing in your home if you invited them in? It's like a fucking vampire, bro. Vampire can't get in your house. You gotta invite the vampire in, and then he can come into your home. I hope I don't offend anybody by making the parallel that illegal aliens are vampires. I'm not insinuating that they're sucking money and resources out of our community. They could be, they might not. Who knows? My point is, I really don't feel like if someone's here and they're not a criminal, and they haven't committed any crimes while they were here, I think there should be a path to citizenship for them. I don't think they should be rounded up and treated like the fucking scumbag criminals that are coming in here. You know what I'm saying? That's my take on that. I feel like there's got to be some. Now, that might ultimately be the case because if you know how Trump works, what the crazy stuff that he says, like we're taking Iceland, the Panama Canal is ours, change it to the Gulf of America. All these things, those are jump off points. I mean, look how fast Canada fell in line. Mexico fell in line. China will fall in line because of he says things and he does what he says he's going to do or attempts to. So yeah, that's how I feel about the illegal immigration thing. Also, any city that's a sanctuary city, that's their fucking business. But then they shouldn't get any federal money. And if any mayor or council person or governor or whoever gets in the way and interferes, like horse-faced, toothed Murphy did when he said.
He tried to walk that
there's
back.
no dispute that he's a horse face, right?
He tried to walk that back now.
Yeah,
when Holman said he was going to arrest him, he's like, "Well, no, I don't.
Yeah.
No, I didn't say that I have somebody living there. Maybe I would just be willing to."
Right.
Listen, it's gonna take one to get arrested, and then you'll see that they'll all bend the knee. I know Pam Bondi. She already said she cut off. I forget how many cities worth of funding for these sanctuary cities. That's how they'll do it.
I mean, if you want to operate outside of the federal law or an executive order or however these things are disseminated out to the country, then if you're not taking the federal law into account, then you don't get federal money.
Well, and there's
there's more money to send over to Egypt or fucking Iran for Sesame Street.
The USAID.
Yeah.
And there's precedence for it. I mean, I'm sure it's been done before and after, but the one I always use as the example is Bill Clinton. When Bill Clinton wanted to lower the BAC for DWI from 0.10 to 0.08, he knew that the states had the choice to not do that. And he said, okay, that's fine. You don't want to do that? No problem. Anybody that stays at 0.10 loses their federal highway funding. And it was amazing how every state said, yeah, you know what? 0.08 sounds a lot better. You know, and so they're making it like what Trump would be doing is something new. It's not something new. He has an agenda and he has something that he wants to do. He wants the states to get in line. They don't have to get in line, but if they don't, they can't still come with their hand out. It doesn't work like that. I mean, listen, I'm somewhere in the middle. I used to drive my uncle crazy.
Everyone, we have an announcement to make. Stop bullying!
Stop bullying.
I'm not bullying.
Listen, I spend $9.99 a month for all these sound effects. I want to work a few into the fucking show.
You got to figure out. You have to figure out how to get it synced in here so we can actually use it.
But you can hear it through the microphone when I hit things.
Yeah,
right?
no, I can hear it.
Like if I say something really cool, I want to do this. Like a boom. Sound effects. What about Blue? How does she feel about she's never spoken about
get rid of all the illegals. Thank you, Blue.
I mean, I think if you want to be in this country, you should come here legally. That's basically I mean, I don't follow a lot of the politics, but I don't see why we're treating people special if they come in here illegally.
I mean, listen.
I mean, that's just my
she's
honey.
She's not wrong, and
she's not.
Listen, what really pisses me off, and when I really get fired up, and I had this talk with my girls, and they actually saw it in real time, when people that are arguing against what Donald Trump is doing, against what Tom Homan is doing, they intentionally leave out the word illegal when they talk about immigration.
Right.
I say, oh, they're going after these immigrants. No. They're going after illegal immigrants. And I think somebody had brought up the Haitians in Ohio or wherever
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats.
They people had said, why are they not going after them right now? Because they told you they are going after the worst of the worst first.
Right.
And listen, if there is residual tied to that, then they're gonna take those as well. I don't.
So should that preamble or that saying, give us you're tired, you're hungry, you're poor, say, give us you're illegally tired, hungry, and poor?
I mean, honestly, Mike, with having legal immigrants, well, first of all, we're all, descendants of legal immigrants or immigrants of some kind. I'll leave out the word illegal. But if you really want a true opinion on this, talk to a legal immigrant now.
Oh, you got to hear.
If you ask a legal immigrant, somebody that went through years of a convoluted, antiquated process, thousands of dollars, attorneys, ask them how they feel about illegal immigration. They'll spit on the ground.
I agree.
They'll spit on the ground. Well, that was my contribution.
Okay.
Shouldn't have asked me.
Now we have to have Blue, the engineer, bring up a topic, and then we have to discuss that topic. I have a feeling there's going to be some dead air. I have a feeling there's going to be some dead air here.
Yeah, she's. Yeah, no, her brain locked up.
Have a great day. Give me just a couple minutes. I was like, I thought we were like.
A couple of minutes.
Unfortunately, we don't have minutes to just sit here and wait for you to come up with a topic. It's not how podcasting and radio works. It's not so easy now, is it? You're back there behind the wall.
Men wearing skinny jeans.
Oh God, that's all. There you go. What is your view on men wearing skinny jeans?
Which, by the way, Michael, I'm not trying to shame you.
Okay.
I'm just saying I noticed that your jeans are a little tight going into your boots. I just know there's a little. You don't have a lot of
just because they're straight legs and not boot cut doesn't make them skinny jeans. Maybe coming from the fucking guy who wears fucking jeans from like 1972, which are not. That's not good right now. The 70s, he's so outdated in his fashion. He wears fucking hoodies, hats.
Go out there and show Michael the bottom of your jeans. This is how.
Well, these are flare.
This is no.
That's
flare
okay, right? Those are flare. These are straight legs, so they're not.
If you didn't have boots on, would those even touch your shoes?
Bro, I got my leg extended like this, plus my junk holds back the pants a little bit.
See how it like
I'm not
covers over
tiny
my
like you.
boots.
What?
See how it covers over my boots.
Right. Oh. Now all of a sudden you're a fucking chatterbox. Go back inside. Fuck, are you kidding me?
Well, I feel like if you are going to wear boots are very fashionable. I give you credit on your boots.
Oh yeah, you better talk about these.
I give you
indigo blue Timberlands, yo.
Oh, I just say I think we got like the same boots, different color.
No, I don't think you have these boots. These are very limited edition boots.
No, I'm saying like different
pretty-
colors.
that was-
Mine are Timberlands too.
Oh, okay. They're Timberlands, but they're not indigo blue.
That was
No.
very elitist. So Blue wants to talk about how come we have to sit and watch endless millionaire politicians argue against other millionaire politicians as though the millionaire politicians are bad when they're all millionaires and billionaires. And go.
Oh, so you're talking about like when, let's just say that
we're not going to let millionaires take over our country.
So you're talking
Newsflash, you're all fucking millionaires.
Right, like Soros and all these others that have all these millions of dollars on that side, but then they're worried about Musk and everybody. Hey, you know what?
How is Jasmine Crockett allowed to be openly, flagrantly fucking racist?
I don't think we should talk about anybody who was ever on the Miami Vice show because I really, really like that show. Miami Vice.
I see what
Crockett,
you did
right?
there.
Crockett?
I see what you did there.
Who are you talking about?
It's Congresswoman.
Oh, I don't even know half the names of these people.
Uh,
You know what does bother me though? This U.S.
fat man in tight underwear?
That yeah, but I don't really pay attention to much of that like you do for some reason. You're gay. I don't have that button here, so I just made it up myself. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
It's 2025.
So, what about this whole U.S. aid thing? You know what bothers me about it? Why can't we just say, we look at it and we say, well, look at all of the. Let me think about it. You look at all the monies that were spent that should have been spent and given away. Isn't that enough? Like, isn't that enough to be outrageous and get people riled up? Why does the right have to add all these fake news things like they came out with the condoms, the $20 million?
What do you mean it's fake?
That
How do you know
wasn't
that's
real.
fake?
That one wasn't real. They've debunked that already. It's not real.
Wasn't real because it hadn't happened yet. Not that it wasn't planned for.
Well,
And here's where it's gonna fall apart. And why?
I just feel like there's people are
No.
doing a disservice to the
because you're a
people that-
fucking communist. That's why.
No,
you
I'm
feel
not a
that way.
communist, but
You
I
are.
don't
No,
like
you are.
people just
Admit it.
fucking people just share shit without even trying to do a little bit of research on it. And what that does, it dilutes the power of the truth, because then the people on the opposing side can say, well, look, they said this, that was bullshit. They said that wasn't real. They said this, that was half a truth. So obviously there's more they're lying about.
Here's where it's really going to fall apart. It's going to fall apart when so now they've identified these programs and the money that was allotted for these programs. Then they're going to go and see who was individually responsible for these programs. So who was
for sure.
responsible for the $20 million for condoms in what was where were they going to?
Transylvania?
Somewhere.
I'm
Like,
just bringing the full circle back to vampires.
and then they're
For anybody at home had vampires in a drink pool.
and then they're going to say, all right, show us where that $20 million was spent on condoms for Transylvanians,
Right.
in which we all know it's not going to have been. And then they're going to say, okay, well, where's the $20 million?
Which is why they're
That's
banging the
where-
drums so loud.
Of
and they
course,
right.
of course. This is the first domino, and we can't go back from this. How do you unsee? And it's not just Democrats. That fucking scumbag Lindsey Graham is caught up in this shit too. He's tied into that USA too. They're all going. They're all going. And I hate Elon Musk and his 19-year-old.
Well, the other part of that is I
Code
was having a conversation with somebody on Facebook. They made a post.
That's a lie. You never do
No,
that.
I did. They were having a
You never do
they,
that.
They asked the question. We're friends on Facebook. They asked the question.
Second lie.
Are you upset that Elon Musk has all this power and he has the ability to see your tax returns and this, and that? No, I'm not. I don't think billionaire Elon Musk is worried about my fucking tax returns. He can have my fucking credit score if he fucking wants
He's
it.
worth $500 billion.
Because
He doesn't need my money.
I would be more concerned about the people who have that information. First of all, our information is bought and sold every day. And I hate to break this to people at home who have a differing opinion on what I'm saying right now. Give me a name of somebody in 15 minutes. I can have everything that you want to know about them.
100%.
Legally or illegally. I don't know which way I might have to do it. But legally or illegally, in 15 minutes, you could find out anything about anyone.
And no disrespect to anybody that works in a hospital or a doctor's office, but anytime you go to check in at a doctor's office or you go to the emergency room, just take a look at the people that are collecting your payment and walking around with those little computers on stands. Guess what? They have that. Have that information and more about you.
Every app you ever fucking sign up for: Facebook,
Yes.
Instagram,
Yes.
TikTok.
Yes.
Bumble, Grinder, no offense. Any of those that you sign up for.
Oh, you're on Grindr too. What's your handle, bro?
Big Pig in a Blanket.
Ooh.
So when you click that button that nobody reads, nobody's reading that shit. You're signing away your life. You might as well. There might be a box that says we're getting your next born child. You don't even know because nobody looks at that.
Nope.
You're giving your information away. It's another smokescreen to say they're breaking the Constitution. It's a threat against democracy. Well, let's let it play out and see what kind of threat it is. Because the big threat for me is government officials, money laundering. That's what they're doing. They're sending money to other places
100%.
for these ridiculous things.
Yes.
And then they're getting a kickback in a form of whatever it might be.
Yes.
Stock in a company,
Cash.
Political favors,
Cash.
U.S. currency in a bag, whatever the case may be. So let's not pretend that the people that are banging the drums the loudest are doing that and not doing that out of self-interest.
And listen, everybody's saying nobody should have to pay federal taxes. Like we all get a refund. I mean, who even knew USAID and what it was doing 3 months ago? If I had asked you, what's USAID?
I would have thought that was the group that sang that song, "We Are the World," USA. I thought that was like, "We Are the World." That's how they are, right? What was that? Oh, that was Live Aid.
Oh, Live Aid, yes.
USA, Live
and
Aid.
they had AIDS. No.
No, they were battling AIDS.
Oh, they were
Similar to Tom Werther.
Weren't they? Oh, I think Tom Werther is battling AIDS. He's losing, hypothetically.
Does he have
Yes, he's got the Tom Hanks.
Oh, he don't have Magic Johnson AIDS.
No,
He has Tom
no,
Hanks.
no, no,
Oh,
no,
that's
no.
not the
He's-
that's the bad one. The Tom
Yeah.
Hanks.
He's losing that battle.
On the streets of Philadelphia. That one he has, right?
Yeah.
All right, listen. Let's take a quick, maybe 3-minute break. And on the other side of the break, we'll come back with charity chat. We have Danny Wismer, a local Phillipsburg resident, because we are in Phillipsburg after all. I have disclosed.
Lovely downtown
Phillipsburg.
There you go.
Danny has a couple of charities. Well, he has For the Kids, and I think Umbrella under that. It covers his Santa Visits with Danny as well. And he'll come on here and we'll talk about that and the town a little bit and all the stuff he does in town and the things he partners up with us. And we'll give you ways to make donations if you so choose. We'll do that on the other side. We'll be back in 2 and 2.
"911 Specialties, special gifts for special professions. We are the originators of the QR Family Member Gold Card. We also custom manufacture police specialty items such as blue line flags with your name, coffee mugs, plaques, window shields, shield holders, cigar carriers, and hip flasks. Check out our website at 911specialties.store or come and visit us in person at 188 High Street, Nutley, New Jersey.
Fetty Ford, 1137 U.S. Route 46, Clifton, New Jersey. 973-779-7000. Check them out on the web at fettyfordsales.com.
Visit www.proudpig.blue. Dirty by design. Because if you're not patrolling with the pig, you're doing it wrong. Check out all of our new swine swag, and as always, thank you for your pig patronage.
Gara's Pizza, 200 Strikers Road, Phillipsburg, New Jersey. 908-454-9272. Home of the famous Upside Down Sicilian. Rated 8.7 by Mike the Cop. One bite, it's the law. Head down to Gara's, grab a slice, and let us know what you think. Tell them the Blue Podcast Network sent you.
Line of Duty Cigars proudly donates cigars to our servicemen and women stationed abroad. Check out all their cigars and products at www.lineofdutycigars.com.
Mama Shug's freeze-dried candy. Find them on the web at mamashugsfreezedriedcandy.com. What is freeze-dried candy? Glad you asked. Freeze-dried candy, as the name suggests, undergoes a process where it's frozen and all moisture is removed, leaving behind pure sugar crystals. This technique intensifies the flavor and transforms previously gummy or chewy treats into light, airy, and crunchy delights. Whatever you do, don't sleep on the Charleston Chew. It is delicious.
The Sun Tavern of Roselle Park, New Jersey, where the Blue Line goes to dine. Come in for our delicious pizza, cold beer, awesome mixed drinks, and Mike the Cop's favorite, the hanging pretzel.
Dubs on 5th, 402 5th Street, West Easton, PA. Family-friendly pub offering American eats and casual digs. Sporting kids games and high-definition TVs for all your sporting needs. Happy hour specials, clam and wing night deals, and live music are also on the menu. Dubs on 5th, 402 5th Street, West Easton, PA.
Bitch.
We're back. We are back from commercial break. It was a little bit longer than 2 and 2. I apologize for that, but we're still really, if we're being honest, we're still working out the kinks here. We got like $12,000 worth of equipment. We spent some money here. Money donated by Brian Shea of Tactical Financial Group. Check them out online. If you have some money to invest or you need financial advice, the guy's friggin' awesome. Very generous fella as well. Yes, I said fella again. If you had fella in the drinking game, take a shot.
And like I said, with us in the booth, you're driving a Pinto, but you're pretending that you're driving a Porsche.
I'm going balls to the walls.
You understand that I'm like functionally retarded, bro. Like,
well, first of all, please don't say the R word.
No,
mentally challenged is something that you.
But
can
wait,
just
if
say.
I'm talking about myself, I'm allowed to say that.
Well, I'm not really sure that that's a word that we really want to be using on the air. That's my opinion on that. Anyway, could I please get to my next segment?
Yes, I'm sorry.
All right. Let's get going here with our charity chat. We have Danny Wismer here, local Phillipsburg resident. Say hello to the audience.
Hi, it's Wismer.
Wismer? What'd I say?
Wimser.
Wimser?
Yeah.
Well, it's Wismer from now on.
Okay.
Danny Wismer from Phillipsburg. Apologize for that. Danny Wismer from Phillipsburg, New Jersey. He has is Santa Visits with Danny a not-for-profit, or do you have that under the umbrella of?
It's under the umbrella.
Of For the Kids.
Yeah, it's under For the Kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have you in here to talk. So I want to turn the mic over to you in a second. The way that our charity Bros Be for Others got to know Danny was, I'm just not going to say your last name anymore.
That's fine.
Because I have a mental block now.
I know.
And I might say Wismer. I might say Wimser.
Blue,
just come out. No problem. We're alive, but come right out. And,
a mental cloud.
Yeah.
Mike,
just
can you order me?
Nothing but the best here.
It's
at
been
the
butchered.
lovely
Can you
downtown.
order me 2 futons?
It's been for 13 weeks at Fort Benning. It was Wismer.
Okay.
I didn't correct them. I only did that once.
Okay.
But
so so we had an issue at one of our winter wonderlands. We didn't have a Santa Claus. Sadly, our Santa Claus from the charity, Lenny Caputo, passed away. He was our Santa Claus. Miss Lenny, love Lenny. And Danny stepped in as our Santa Claus, and he's been our Santa Claus for now. How many winter wonderlands? 3 or 4?
I did the third.
This is your third one? Your third one was this year?
Yeah.
Kids love him. And after the Santas that he did with us, He then started a charity, and I'm going to turn it over to Danny, and he'll talk about For the Kids and why he started it, and I'll just chime in when I feel appropriate, which is right now. I mean, no, go ahead.
Okay, no, not a problem. As far as why I started the charity, I'm a Facebook person. Everybody's probably seen my name in the Phillipsburg groups and things like that. Like me, love me. They're my groups. I don't
Just
care.
so you know,
Anyway,
we
yes.
have a national broadcast
Oh, okay.
audience.
All right.
We're speaking right now to about 7 people throughout the country,
Ooh.
maybe 8.
Oh, wow.
On a good day, possibly 11 or 12.
Make sure I don't meet boogers then. If 7 or 8 people
just
are
so you
watching.
know, we have a far-reaching audience.
Wow. All right. Anyway. Well, anyway, I got tired of seeing the kids in town here get roasted for they're bored. There's really everybody. Oh, it's not our job to entertain the kids. It's really not, but things to do. When I grew up in this town, everything was sponsored by McGinley Mills, Ingersoll Rand, and Bell and Howell, and then the Foundry. Every time they changed the name, they would come in and there's stuff. There were banners hanging all over. There were things to do. There were things at the park, things at Walters Park. They sponsored a lot of stuff. Everything started closing, and then all that dried up. Little League got more expensive because the bigger companies weren't helping with it. Things like that. A lot of families, it's really not an option. My daughter, it was April 17th of last year, called me from Walters Park walking home. You might get a call from the police. Why? There was a big thing. Kids pulled knives. These are like 13-year-old children.
Sounds like something right out of
Pulling-
West Side Story.
yeah, pulling-
We're going to have a rumble tonight.
Yeah, like pulling steel on each other. And I'm like, okay, well, what? Well, they separated us and everything like that. And what were you doing at the park? We were just hanging out.
Right.
There's nothing to do. They're too big to go on the slides and the things like that. Either that or they don't want to look goofy. Either
They're
way.
kind of in limbo at that age.
Exactly.
Right?
It's a tough nut to crack.
Right.
So I was like, you know what? Something needs to be done here. And I thought, you know what? I got some volleyball stuff. We're gonna be cultured and learn how to play croquet. I
thought that was that little thing with the rice in it.
That's where they make the little animals out of paper, right? Like they.
No, that's paper mache.
Oh.
He's talking about the rice ball, the croquet.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
With the rice and the meat, right?
Yeah. And stuff like that. I got a couple of about laser tag sets. I think like 24 of those.
Right.
To give the kids something to do. Now we started up our first week. There were like 6 kids there.
Right.
And they made out really good because we had an Uno tournament. Blue was there.
Blue was
Are
there.
we saying her name online or
We
no?
call her Blue.
Blue.
Blue,
Anyway,
the producer.
Blue was there. She's one of my people. She's one of the people that came running first
Okay.
to help me out.
Yeah.
And
Try not to cough that much because we couldn't afford a cough button.
okay, I'm sorry.
I'm glad you coughed away from the mic
Well, yeah.
because we couldn't afford a cough button. If you're gonna cough again, give me like a signal like this, and then I'll do this.
Or just wait for Tommy to be here. He has AIDS.
Okay.
Or I'll do that.
Was that free Shavakadu?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I kind of reached out to a friend of mine, Vicky Mendez Branch, and she started mentoring me.
Vicky from the Branching Out Foundation.
Yes, yeah, Vicky from Branching Out. She's
Also on the
awesome.
school board.
Yeah,
Very active in town.
Yeah.
I've done a collaboration. with her
Yeah.
a few times.
She mentored me. I asked you a lot of things. You're a
Right.
wonderful mentor too, and we started doing things.
Did you hear that, Mo?
And I've already added
Say
that.
that again louder for people in the back.
Oh, you want a sound bite?
You are a retired police officer,
No, what he said was, I'm a
president and
wonderful-
founder. I'm
Oh.
getting there.
Oh,
So
okay.
you are a
Sorry,
retired
one second.
police
Let
officer,
Josh explain.
a-
Mo.
okay.
Shit,
a
said his name
pre-
again.
president and founder, American hero,
I'm not an American hero.
now a mentor. I'm missing one in the middle there somewhere.
You have to do it.
Part-time gigolo.
Oh, part-time gigolo. That's right.
You have
Wait,
to
you
do
didn't
it.
just say I was a mentor. You said something. There was something describing my mentorship before that. Wonderful, I believe is what
It
you
was.
said.
You are. You've been very good.
Remember
You
that
know?
Adam Ant song? Did I tell you you're wonderful?
No, but neither of you sugarcoat things. You steer me in the right direction, help me make good decisions. You ask me questions like, was that a bad decision? How'd that go for you? And I get to learn from it,
Right.
which is great. We tried to do some stuff last year. We got our butts kicked by the heat.
Yes.
It was oppressive and dangerous.
Heat is hot.
But
That's-
we started with 6 kids at our first event, and we culminated on October 22nd with there was 197 people at the trunk or treat event and the Scarecrow building,
Right.
and things like that. You even helped me out with food. I wasn't.
You could say it.
I
Let
wasn't
people
put-
know how
but-
fucking wonderful I
you
really
know,
am.
Brothers Before Others helped us out with pizza and stuff like that, and then
Bigger than the pizza was help you move.
Because
Because if you ever really want to find out how many friends you have, don't start out with that. Just say, "Hey, buddy, what's up? Hey, how you doing? Who do you think's going to win the Super Bowl? I like the Eagles. Okay, can you help me move? Click."
Exactly. Exactly. But we have a good year planned. But anyway, from October.
What do you got coming up?
Well, what we have coming up is we are starting in March. We're going to start doing game nights.
Game nights.
It's going to be maybe once a week. And that the kids that do show up, we're going to kind of pick their brains about different activities and things like that.
Where are the game nights going to be held?
I'm looking at either the VFW, Post of Bernadine.
So inside.
It's going to be inside because it's still going to be cool out.
Right.
I want to talk to Vicky about possibly using her center over branching out.
Okay.
But I'm not sure yet.
Right.
And things like that. But that for the cooler months, we're going to try to do that once a week, and also pick the kids' brains. One of the people on my board, Nick's, we can do like video game nights and things like that. The kid went out and really got some of the more vintage video game systems. We even have a Pong system.
Do you have Pitfall?
Yes, we have Pitfall.
You have Activision Pitfall.
We have
Activision
Pitfall.
Mo, did you ever play Pitfall?
I did. Frogger.
Swing. No, wait. Don't bypass the Pitfall.
No,
with the rope and
with
the little
the alligator
popping up.
Yeah, the alligators. Yep.
Man, love me in Pitfall.
Yep.
And Crazy Climber.
Yes.
Remember Crazy Climber?
Yes. I think
climbed up the building.
Yes, I think they picked up
Pole position.
Yep.
Sorry,
but
Galga.
No, that's all right. This year we're planning on doing weekly karaoke, either at Chappelle Park or up at Walters Park.
You did karaoke in the past, right?
Yes, we have.
How did they go?
You know what, man? You give a little kid a microphone, and they won't be a star.
Right.
The only thing that didn't dawn on me, and I need to go ahead, and I think Blue pointed it out to me too. We need to kind of go through the playlist and maybe dump some of the more explicit lyric songs.
Yeah, you might want to do that. We ran into that once.
Yeah, even for kids songs like the Halloween
Union City
event.
Boxing.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, the Halloween event we did. I had no idea how many Halloween songs. I didn't listen to them, but a lot of them were marked as explicit.
Right.
And like, okay, we're not going to do that. But anyway, the just because I can't sing doesn't mean I won't sing karaoke. We picked up some small 24-volt powered go-karts that the younger ones enjoy.
Oh, man.
The younger ones are easier to entertain. Like I said, the teenagers are a tough nut to crack. They want to hang out on their phones.
Right.
I asked my daughter, she's 14 now, what do you guys want to do? If we could do just somewhere in a room where we can hang out on our phones. You can do that here. I don't have to put the entire contents of the living room in a van and bring it somewhere to do that. We can just invite friends over to do that, but I don't want to do that.
How do you because fundraising's hard. So how do you raise funds for your charity?
In all honesty, the first 6 months I self-funded.
Okay.
And I destroyed my credit.
Right.
I advise anybody who wants to do this, do not self-fund. Listen to your mentors. Talk to people. Don't be ashamed about it. You need to. Things cost money.
I think we're gonna, while we're speaking, sorry to interrupt.
Go
I think
ahead.
we're gonna have Mo, the producer, in there. I already said his name twice, and I had to take 2 shots of this, and I'm getting a little tipsy, so I got to be careful. He's going to be running on the screen. I believe you have Venmo.
I actually have all his contact up on the page.
Oh,
and
great.
Me and Blue talked about it. On the next commercial break, I'm gonna leave all that contact info up for the commercial break.
Do we have any? Is our Facebook open right now? Like, for the Blue Room podcast, can you see people making comments? Is anybody monitoring that?
I will check.
Because here's what we'll do. This show is gonna go an hour long. I mean 2 hours total. So we're off the air at 5 o'clock. Unlike that Tom Werther guy who's just willy-nilly and just will talk forever. We're going off the air at 5 o'clock. BBO, Bros Before Others, will match any donations that come in up to $200 from now until we go off the air at 5 o'clock. So if one person donates 100 and 2 people donate 50, there's your 200. We'll match that. We'll double it. We'll be $400 towards your charity. Whatever we get for the next hour, we'll match up to 200.
Oh, wow.
Anything over the 400, we're keeping. Only kidding. So at a minimum, we'll match up to 200 for the next. But we need someone to open up our Facebook page and watch any comments of anybody that's saying, I thought we were actually doing that already. I don't know what they're doing in that booth in there. I mean, they don't have too many things to do. That would have been one of them. But I mean, I could probably bring it up on my phone.
Pinto,
Who?
pretending you're driving a Porsche.
Oh,
That's
right.
what you're
Okay,
doing
got
right
it.
now.
Got it. I don't know why you're stuck on Pinto, but what do you have? What else do you want to?
Well, anyway, a couple of things. We're planning on a few bigger events this year. We're actually trying to put a live action Dungeons and Dragons festival together. There's a lot of moving parts in that one, considering I only have 3 people on my board.
Right.
That's a problem. And another thing though too is, God bless, people came running to help, but everybody signed up before sports started.
Right.
And a lot of my parents, we were going to do something. I was like, oh, my kids said, go do it.
Right.
Your kids are occupied. Bring their friends. Just do something. Keep the kids out of trouble.
Right.
You know?
How does one do a live?
Well,
The only thing I know about Dungeons and Dragons is what I've seen on Big Bang Theory.
Oh,
That's
it's
basically all.
almost the same thing, but there's more of the characters that they call out with the dice.
Right.
The glob monsters and the demons and things like that.
Oddly enough, Glob Monster was my stripper name in 1985.
Oh, wow.
I did it for a year. Glob Monster was my stripper name.
Oh my God, I think my brother might remember you.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Oh, I didn't
Anyway.
discriminate. The Glob Monster dispensed as glob, male, female. If you had singles in your hands, getting in.
Okay. As soon as the interest is there, I'm going to talk to the gentleman who owns Hull of a Balloon about
Great guy.
Oh my God, he is. He really is. About some large-sized dragons that can like fly over and attack different things. And some of the things, one of the things that the teenagers were interested in is being the roving bands of villains and the different things to do it. So instead of just sitting, you're moving around the park.
So you recruited local Bloods and Crips and Latin Kings?
No.
No.
Okay,
all right.
But it'd be more moving around the park. The general idea is 5 dungeon master stations to move through and then have the different things. I have somebody who's offered to make me a giant set of the Tekahedron, and I can't even say it. The big dice that they use.
Right. But Dungeons and Dragons,
the fire tetrahedron.
Yes,
yeah, that's
you.
the. Yeah, no, that's
the 20-sided die.
Gesundheit.
Yes.
Thank you.
People that are into Dungeons and Dragons,
they are really into it.
So you could probably, if you had the right social media output, and you got it out there, you will probably have people coming in from all over the place. Maybe not for the first one because some people want to watch and see.
Right.
But if you're into Dungeons and Dragons, I don't know. I've never seen one of those before. Maybe they're out there. I don't know.
I'm not sure. I haven't seen one.
Right.
I have had people that are not even around here, just me mentioning it, offered to come in and be non-player characters to like guide people around.
Yeah, you need that too.
And that, like I said, there's a lot of moving parts to that one. I don't want to hurry it and make it look terrible. So if it's just another year of planning and funding, we do it next year for maybe an entire Saturday.
Right.
Or depending on how it goes, even like a weekend. But like I said, there's a lot of moving parts in that one.
Okay.
Another thing that we did talk about was a fairy tale rodeo.
Fairy tale.
Yes, and this one
is that when the people jump around with the stick with the horse head on it?
No.
Jump over and do hurdles
If they want to do that, but it's more,
USAID actually sent $35 million to somebody to breed those horses.
Okay, now wait. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
On
Don't
the
interrupt
sticks.
us with USAID about. But now
I apologize.
But now I have to. I cannot.
I apologize.
I cannot.
Yes.
I have to.
You
I have
need to.
So you're saying that those things that the kids had that we had when we were kids,
the horse heads on sticks,
stick with a horse head,
yes,
and then they run around,
yes,
and they go over hurdles, and they do what the equestrians really do.
I saw that.
We're real horses.
Yes.
You're saying that now. See, now listen. Here's what will piss me off. If that's not true, and they didn't do that, then that means that we're diluting and we're not given the proper anger, proper outrage towards the real misuse of the funds. Is that accurate? Is that really true? Or did you make that up? It could be true.
It could be true, but I think I made it up.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay. See, but you didn't walk it back. You just said, I could have made it up. There's
Correct.
a difference.
Correct.
So it might be true.
Very political answer, right?
I hate that term.
It might be true.
Walk it back. No, you said it. It's out there, man. Just
the jury will disregard the fact that I think USAID paid for horse heads on sticks to be bred.
That are just as ridiculous as the horse head on the stick ones.
Yeah.
I just want to wait. I haven't really commented on it or really got too far into it because I really want to wait until the investigation's over and they really see
Well, actually filter through to see what the crap is
Right.
and what's not.
and what money
You know.
that went to such and such place then came back to such and such person.
Mhm.
But anyway,
Anyway, yeah.
apples and oranges.
Yeah.
All right. So
Anyway, maybe I misspoke. Fairy tale, not so much fairy tale rodeo, fairy tale games, almost like
okay.
almost like a knights competition.
Rapunzel,
With
let
the-
down your
the
hair.
Princes and princesses and knights,
Right.
and a lot of the only, wrangling a dragon, but the only real things we can find are like the inflatable Tyrannosaurus Rex.
I wish I
costumes.
was alive in a time of dragons.
You know?
I would have been a great
And
dragon
something like that.
rider.
But something for the younger ones to do, and maybe something for the older ones. They can be like, the herd of wild dragons being run down by the kids, and
Right.
it gives them something to do. And all right, well, I can't freight train her because she's 4 years old and looks adorable, dressed as Snow White,
All right, hold on.
but
hold
I
on.
can be
Hold-
easy to capture.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna need some clarification on that. The
All
judges,
right, listen,
the judges are gonna need.
you just
Yeah.
used the words freight train her and 4 years old in the same sentence, and I was just like, what the fuck?
I'm one of
The
five
judges, the
kids.
judges are
Yeah.
definitely gonna need. Yeah,
That was the time for me to do this,
yeah.
or maybe this, this,
They didn't do anything.
Shut up!
or maybe this. The not human is very low. All right, so what is a freight train?
But running down. If they get stampeded by a herd of wild tyrannosaurs trying to
Oh.
capture them.
All right, in the
I-
future, let's say getting run down by a group of T-Rex.
Okay,
or-
yeah, that just hit. Okay,
instead of freight train.
that just hit.
I'm trying
Okay.
to help your charity. I'm not trying to bury your.
I
fucking
thank
charity.
you very much.
You're welcome.
But
Leave the freight train into Mo.
yeah. No, just different things like that. Just something different, something unique, something that the kids will want to come out and do, and they'll look forward to it. And maybe they'll stay out of trouble so they could still be allowed to come.
Right.
But like I said, it's just the imagination. Depending on how we do it, like the sky's the limit.
Yeah.
But it takes more than one or two small groups doing it.
Takes a village. It's a
Yep.
saying for a reason.
Yeah, that's like the big problem.
I do have to say though, I'm not a resident of Phillipsburg. I was many years ago, but we have our charity here in lovely downtown Phillipsburg, New Jersey, sponsored by the Tactical Financial Group. In this town, for all the dysfunction that there is, and there's a lot of dysfunction. I'm not getting into that. There are a lot of really, really good people.
There are.
I'm not saying there's not good people in other towns.
No,
And
I know
there's-
what you mean.
There's
I know what you
amazing
mean.
things going on all over the country because really local is where it's at.
Yeah.
We talk about national stuff and we vote for this person, we vote for that person. Really, those are policies and you gotta have to adopt and adjust to them, whatever side of the fence you're
Yeah.
on. Local is different.
Yeah, you're coming out your door and it's right there.
Local is more people,
Yeah,
not party.
Yeah.
Because people
There's
flip.
there's a lot of benevolence in this town.
Yes.
Yes.
Huge.
there really is.
Huge military support, huge police
Mhm.
and first responder support, more
Yeah.
than many, more than
Mhm.
many places. Love their sports in this town. Support for football, for wrestling. Those are the top two here. I wish there was a little bit more for the arts, but that's something that we can
That'll come back.
hopefully come back.
Yeah, that'll come back. It's-
How do you find? Do you feel like you have the support of the town with the stuff that you're doing?
I believe I do.
Yeah.
I believe I do. I have a pretty good rapport with Matt Knoll.
Okay.
I have a pretty good rapport with
Matt Knoll is
he's
the recreation
he's
director.
the rec director and
Right.
things like that. And
Good guy.
I'll call him up. I'll tell him what I want to do. He'll let me know if he needs like details, what
Right.
he needs. He's great.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So far, I think he even came to
Knock
one.
on black walnut.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is
Yeah.
a nice table. I think he even came to one or two of my things.
Yeah.
And stuff like that, which is nice to see. Mayor Piazza comes out.
Mhm.
Stuff like that. Other guys come. A few of the other ones will bring their kids to participate, which is neat.
As long as you don't name the other ones that you said that you call them the other ones by name, you really can't offend anybody.
I
by
don't
just
want
saying-
to. I don't want to miss anybody.
Right.
And I don't want to like.
Yeah.
I mean, I might think of a name that was on the city council like 30 years ago, and like, what are they actually talking about?
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So the other ones, it was a general term. I do
Right.
apologize
That's
for that
better.
one.
It's better to say that though.
Yeah.
And use the other ones too when you're talking negatively about somebody and let them figure out if it's them or not. They know in their head it's them, but you don't have to.
Yeah.
So overall, you feel like the town itself, administration and the council and the people that have the jobs, like the rec jobs and stuff like that, they've been helpful towards you?
Yeah, they have. They
Okay,
have.
good. That's good to know.
I haven't. I'm pretty sure. Another reason why I'm kind of like dragging my feet on the D&D idea, because I said a lot of moving parts. And when I do present and figure out what we're doing, I want to make sure I have everything like kind of lined up. I don't want to look foolish doing it. And I don't want somebody to think, well, he's not going to be able to do this. He doesn't even know what he's doing on paper.
Right.
So I want to have like all the moving parts with me to do it. Because that's going to be, honestly, if we do that one, I mean, that could be something that the town could kind of like invite people to.
Sure, absolutely.
Because it's big. I mean,
yeah, I think as long as they know that it's an event and it's going to go off, they'll actually, I've reached out to them for a few things and they'll put stuff on the town page.
Yeah,
and, make a declaration or something like that. Or, hey, how are we doing in there with, do we have any, is anybody even watching this fucking show? Oh, 5. Woo-hoo. Did any of those 5 donate?
I have not seen any donations yet.
Name the 5 people that are watching right now that did not donate. Tell me their names.
I can't do that. I can't. You can't ask me to do that.
All right, so we'll just call them other people, like you said.
Okay. Yeah, the other ones.
That's not fair. I can't. You can't ask me to do that.
All right,
but Chris Jackson is one of them.
All right, Chris Jackson.
I didn't. Well, did I say that? Yeah. All right.
Mayor Chris Jackson. Admin of BBO, Chris Jackson. All around great human being, Chris Jackson. My brother from another mother.
Wonderful
Chris
mentor. Wonderful mentor. American hero.
American hero.
Unity Tour hero.
Unity Tour. I mean, the guy wears so many hats. It's like, he should be in. Well, no, if he's wearing a lot of hats, he can't be in with Men Without Hats. By the way, true. An awesome band and very underrated. I've seen them live a few times.
Agreed.
Men Without Hats is phenomenal, very talented. If Chris Jackson would be a leader by example, which he already is, and would make that first donation or commit to that first donation right now, I'm sure it would cause an avalanche with the other 4 people watching, and we could probably double that in minutes. And if he doesn't, then I say this.
Oh, hell no.
Or this, maybe.
Oh,
that's the one.
I just like playing with my buttons. You know what I'm saying?
No, but overall, as far as the year culminates with the Santa season.
Right.
Which I live for.
Yes, let's talk about that.
Oh, well, let's see.
What made you start
honest?
Only if this is Uncensored with Mike the Cop.
Oh my God,
all we deal with is fucking honesty.
My wife
like you to love it. That's why we only have 5 listeners. They're afraid what the fuck I'm going to say.
Yeah, my wife told me I was out of shape.
You cheap son of a bitch. See, things like that.
Well, actually, in fairness, we only have 5 listeners. We've already discussed this. Nobody wants to watch live.
Yes, we know.
Because if they watch live, then their name shows up. They're going to watch after the fact.
Potentially try to guilt them into making a donation. Another reason why they're not going to tune in. Listen, little secret I'm going to let out to everybody right
Donation
now.
Jesus.
I don't do this for the fucking. I do this because it's fun.
Yeah.
I do this because I love the sound of my own fucking voice. That is why I do this. So if 5 people, what really, all kidding aside, what happens is it's Friday at 3:00 in the afternoon. How many fucking people have the ability right now to watch on Facebook? Not a lot. We do very well. We'll be in the thousands in 4 or 5 days.
Yeah.
So this will get out to people. It's shared a lot and it goes out a lot.
Yeah.
Correct.
Now, if you were more of an interesting, engaging guest, maybe we'd have more people watching.
I could try to be.
Yeah, no, I don't mean you can't pick it up.
Interesting and engaging.
You can't pick it up to make yourself more interesting. You could be the most interesting. I'm talking about you're not a name known outside of Phillipsburg.
Exactly.
Inside of Phillipsburg, you're a fucking hero and a legend. Everybody knows you.
It sounded kind of disrespectful, Mike.
Like if you were Taylor Swift right here,
Danny,
if he was Taylor Swift,
I think you guys should arm wrestle right now.
We wouldn't. Dude, I couldn't even beat myself in an arm wrestling match. If you were Taylor Swift, we'd have 9 million followers. What I'm saying is, we will get them in the sharing and in the re-editing of this, and then when we do the reels, and we'll definitely get attention to your. You know what? Because I said that and it was a little bit insulting. We're donating $200. Whether any of these cheap motherfuckers, the 5 of them watching, including
Wait,
the ringleader,
pause,
Chris
pause.
Jackson, the ringleader.
Stephanie Tallarico Ward says, I would be more than happy to donate. Just give me a link. Stephanie, I'm going to put it up on the
Who?
page right
Oh
now.
my gosh.
Who is that person?
Stephanie Tallarico Ward.
Do you know who Stephanie
She's
Tallarico
one of
is?
the best people you'd ever want to meet in your life.
So wait a minute. You brought
She's
somebody in from
wonderful.
you brought a viewer to the show?
I brought a viewer.
I
to the
take
show.
back everything I said. I rescind everything.
It really doesn't sound like
Fuck
you did,
Taylor
Mike.
Swift. And long live Danny Wismer. I say it right.
You got it. You got it.
Stephanie, I put all the
Oh,
information
man.
up on the screen.
Stephanie, I have this to say to you. For the record, that's a bunch of kids going crazy over somebody doing a trick shot. It's not sexually
Okay.
related. But it is played for a very long time, though. That was a long time.
Well, you had asked me what made me want to do the Santa thing.
Right.
Well, no, anyway, it's kind of like a tissue moment. Actually.
Okay. Blue, do you have any tissues?
No, I'm fine. Anyway, my mother in 2018 died in March 5th.
Right.
5 months later, I lost my dad. Now I am.
tough.
There's a few people know about me, a few people don't, and this and that. I have a autoimmune neurological disease. It's killing me.
Right.
In 2016, I was told to get my affairs in order because they really were running out of rescue options for me. 2021, it was right after not Thanksgiving, right after Halloween. I didn't want to do anything. I was so depressed. I was really just waiting my turn.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to see my parents again. And I'm a grown man saying that.
There's time for that, bro.
Oh, I know.
We need you here.
I know
Okay.
exactly. I've been told that.
You're doing a lot of beautiful things, and I'm sure your parents are looking down, very proud of you.
Well,
You have a purpose.
my wife, who is tiny and looks like she fell off of a charm bracelet, sat down with me. She's like, I got to talk to you. Now, she never says anything bad to me. She will bite her tongue. She will let me be a complete goof and be like, you gonna do that again? No, that's it. That's as bad as it gets.
Right.
She sat down with me. She was worried about me. She said,
Mhm.
you've gained a lot of weight. You're not taking care of yourself. And she hates beards.
My wife and your wife have that in common.
Oh man. Well, anyway, you have to do something. You got to take care of yourself. You got to do something. You got to get out of this funk.
Right.
So she meant exercise.
Easy to get into one, hard to get out.
Oh my God, yeah.
A funk.
Yeah, really. Anyway, she what was I gonna say?
You said she
I
told you
think
got to get out of.
I got to
this
get out
funk.
of this funk. I got to start taking better care of myself. They want me around too. I got kids
Right.
and stuff like that. And I got
Your daughter's a
grandkids.
wonderful human being and
Thank
very
you very
benevolent.
much.
Apple doesn't fall far from the tree with that one. Good kid.
Well, you know what? My boys saw me work. They got my work ethic. My girls saw me for years, literally just fighting for my life.
Right.
So they learned seeing me do good.
Right.
And I hope that
Yeah.
works for them, you
Yeah.
know? But anyway, so I told her I didn't want to exercise. I didn't want to shave. I said, you know what I'm going to do?
Boom.
I said, I'm going to get a Santa suit. I'm going to go visit people. I'm going to visit kids, even if it's just hospitals, if nobody wants me.
Right.
And that was it. That was late October because my first visit was November 2nd,
Of 2021.
2021. And
Did we have you your first
21,
year?
22, 23, 24. No, you didn't. Your guy
Second
was still
year.
there. I wanted to. I even reached out to you.
You did?
Your guy
Okay.
was still with you. The
Okay.
next year you called me.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, and I haven't looked back since. That was
Yeah.
the best day of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway,
come on in. Just drop it right on the table. It's just a live podcast. It's cool. Say hello
How
to
are you?
everybody. Thank you.
thank you.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it
Nothing
was.
but the best here.
It was that was it. I took the lady who I visited. It was the Lobb family. I remember them because they were my very first visit. They weren't the first people who wanted me to do it, but they were the very first visit.
Right.
And I went to see them. I had the time of my life.
Right.
I
And at
had
that point, you weren't. This was self-funded.
nobody knew me. I was self-funded.
And you would just do. And there are expenses no matter what you do.
There were.
Whether
There
it's
were.
gas going to all the places you're
Mhm.
going to, the expenses.
Well, I don't
Santa
drive. I
Claus,
walked everywhere.
Or
that first
scooter. I
year.
don't know how that scooter runs.
The scooter was the second or third year.
Okay.
And stuff. And that gave me a little bit of independence because I was only doing it on nights that my wife had off of work.
Right.
So the first year it was Tuesdays and Fridays.
Okay.
And I'm not lying, within minutes of Ms. Lobb, I don't want to say her first name, I didn't get her permission. Within minutes of her posting me with pictures of her with her kids, my entire November was completely booked.
Right. It's awesome how things can just
So you know what? I decided I have enough.
Right.
My kids are taken care of. We have good medical insurance and everything else. I have food in my house. Thinking, you know what? There's some people, especially this time of year. So what I started doing is I started buying ShopRite gift cards,
right,
and things like that. I didn't know what else to do. The kids are going to get the crap for Christmas.
Right.
The families need the food through Christmas.
Right.
And at 10 days or it was 14 days this year. My kid ate a third of a paycheck worth of groceries.
Yeah.
In that 14 days. That's what they needed. So I started giving those to different families.
Yeah.
And then the families that some of them would tip me. And then once people found out what I was doing, it became even more. And I didn't want kids to miss out on the visit. I was going to do them anyway.
Yeah, I always thought to myself, how the hell is this guy doing this? He's running himself ragged. 4 or 5, 6 visits in a day.
It was
5
worth
days
it.
a week. And
the only people that really don't like what I do is at the end of the year when I go and I see my neurologist and my primary care doctor and my cardiologist, and the endocrinologist was epically failed me with my weight gain. But we found out today with blood work that my thyroid is just not,
right.
You know, normal numbers are supposed to be 1.4 to 6.8, and mine was 87. So I did that to myself. And you know what? I will do it again every year until the day I die. I love it.
Ooh, did you notice the way he changed his voice?
He
went from
they keep telling me to not do this. You know what?
So I get it, right? I get it for the body health part. But what about the mind?
Mind and the heart?
Yeah, you got to keep that healthy
it
too.
It would kill me if I lost it.
If I didn't do it, when I say I mean the charity. If I didn't do the stuff with the charity that we do with the charity,
it's you.
I would be road raging every day. Like this grounds me. Like Winter Wonderland. You know how?
Oh yeah.
That is food for the soul. That'll let that goodwill from that and that good feeling that I get from there will last me a month and a half. It'll start to wear off and I want to fucking beat the shit out of everybody again. But a good solid month and a half of pure just joy.
Yeah.
And then when it's starting to lull, I start getting the cards and letters from the kids
The
that come a
thank
little bit later on.
Yeah. Danny, Stephanie says you're her hero.
Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you for everything you've ever done for me. You are one of mine as well. I love you, lady.
I'm having a moment here.
Oh, yeah.
It's wonderful that she's watching and that she made a donation. And I'm a little sad that she beat my guy, Chris Jackson, to the punch. Your girl beat my guy. Hopefully, Chris, does something now.
Wonderful mayor and just a wonderful guy, Chris Jackson, and he should be donating.
Oh, I thought you were going to follow that when he just dropped a beaner or something.
No.
No. All right. I wouldn't be throwing wonderful around until I see some fucking cheddar, Mo. I want to see some cash rules everything around me. That kind of thing. All right. So we touched on when you started. We talked about the visits. We talked about your relationship with us at Winter Wonderland and some things you have coming up. Is there anything else you want to talk about or discuss or anything on your mind?
How do you feel about illegal immigration?
Here's what we do. We no comment because you're here for charity stuff.
Yeah, no,
we don't want to mix.
I don't want to.
We don't want to mix.
No,
I have my own personal thing about that, but you
no, skip.
Before they're coming down on the people that were invited as well,
right?
And that was like, I couldn't have worded that better.
Listen, I'll say this. I don't really give a shit about what anybody thinks about me. I just don't care. Right. I don't want that to affect the charity part of it.
Right.
Like when I'm doing charity stuff, I deal with everybody. Republican, Democrat, Independent.
Illegal, I was being totally sarcastic. I didn't get it.
I know, but I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna make something. I'm gonna take that coal and make it into a fucking diamond right now. I don't give a shit, right? I care about helping people.
Yep.
For my own reasons.
Yep.
Whether it's how I grew up in my childhood,
Yeah.
having or not. I'm not getting into my story. I'm just saying,
Exactly.
having or not having.
Exactly.
People stepping up at times in my life when maybe I was in a bad place and thinking horrible things, or somebody reached out, whatever it is, a helping hand.
Yeah.
And I always said, when I'm in a position to do it, I'm going to do it. I'm retired.
Yep.
I'm not good at a lot of things, but what I am good at is getting people in a room. What I am good at is getting people to listen. They might not do what I want them to do, but at least they'll hear me out.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
And I'm not looking for a single. I'm looking to hit a grand slam home run in the bottom of the ninth. And
Yeah.
I'll strike out 50 times to hit one of those.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
So we're doing kind of the same thing. I'm to the point where I just don't care. Right? I'm going to do my stuff that I'm going to do, but I'm not going to not be me.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I'm not going to hide who I am, how I feel, what I want to do. But for your purposes, we don't need you to, because people will look for reasons not to.
That's
correct.
Yep. That's what they'll
Correct.
see. That's what they'll hear.
So I'll just say this little thing. Like, I'm not a fan of BLM, right? I don't like Black Lives Matter. I feel like they're a domestic terrorist organization. I've had dealings with some of their higher ups on an intellectual level, and they ran. And I'm a fucking idiot, and they were afraid of me. You know what I mean? Came to our building, saw the van, saw a blue line flag, and drove away. The head of BLM of New York City.
You could say it Hawk.
Hawk,
You can.
the head of BLM. A professor from the college reached out to me.
Yeah.
Now I know why they were reaching out to me. They wanted me to say, fuck him, he's a piece of shit, all the things I just said, and he is. But that's not what I said. I said it's very disheartening that another human being would look at a van or a flag and have all these. It's not a swastika. It's not a fucking rebel flag.
Right.
It's a blue line flag.
Yeah.
Because other people try to co-opt it. I'm not going to let that.
Yeah.
I'm flying. It's right outside the building. It's on the van. It's everywhere. No one's taking that away from us ever. I will die before I let that happen.
Well, that's the thing is they drove away before realizing the fact that somebody you didn't even like, you'd give them the shirt off their back if they're cold.
So I said,
I
said to him and the professor, I don't know if he seemed disappointed, but what I said was, hey, did he get paid for that speaking engagement that he was coming to?
Yes, he did.
He didn't show up. He left and he said, by the way, you're still paying me. So I said, here's what we'll do. Let's have it at the college. Invite him or anywhere he wants. I'll go to New York City. I'll do it on a street corner. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't want any money to say what I feel. Can he say the same? Can they say the same? But when we're doing charitable stuff and we vet the people a little bit that we're going to donate to, you want to make sure you're not getting scammed.
Yeah.
Now, when we donate money, and just like when you do it too, you do it with good, pure intentions.
Exactly.
You give it to the person because people say to me all the time, how do you know? You just gave them $500. What if they do this or do that with it? My people who donate, our people who donate to us, donate it to us because they feel and they believe in our mission.
Yeah.
I give the money, we decide, but I'm the one giving the check or donating the money to that person. And once the money's out of my hands, we let go of it.
Yep.
Because we gave it with a pure intention and we hope it's received and used that way.
Exactly.
Now, there have been a few times where I've shaken my head after I left, but what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Now, I've seen a few people, looking at their Facebook, and the black square and BLM and this and that. And some people would say to it, well, fuck them. We're not
you don't do that.
And I say, I don't care. That's their right.
Yeah.
But if I can take away the component of I support BLM and I don't support law enforcement, you could do both. You could say Black Lives Matter and still support police or any other organization. I don't want to single them out, but that was one of the ones that we dealt with. And we took
like John Stewart always said, you can be critical and supportive at the same time.
Exactly.
Now, I'm not saying, listen, I didn't donate to a BLM fucking hierarchy BLM person. It was a person who just civilian that supported them.
Yeah.
You know, we've done it before. I had somebody try to donate money from Ben and Jerry's.
Ben and Jerry's, fuck them.
Right. Ben and Jerry's is they're very anti-police, anti-law enforcement, anti-anything good, I think, except, before they started, they really fucked me out of my chunky monkey. I wish I can have that, but I can't anymore. I turned down, we were offered like $1,000 or $1,500 from someone who owned a franchise.
Franchise.
It was a franchise.
I was scrambling for the word.
And personally, it was a private message. And I said, listen, I really appreciate what you did.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that you thought of us, but I can't take that money. We have people in our charity from Philadelphia that Ben and Jerry supports. That I'm not saying the cop killer's name because fuck his name, fuck him.
Wesley Cook. Wesley
right.
Cook.
They want
Fuck him.
They want him freed.
Don't give his made up name. His
Yeah.
real name is Wesley Cook.
What's
it's
the
a piece of
what's
shit.
name? Ramalama Ding Dong?
Mamba Budula.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
So they wanted to get him freed, right?
Wesley Cook.
So how can I, in good conscience, take money from an organization, a company who supports releasing a release of a cop killer, convicted cop killer, lost every appeal? I mean, it wasn't like, and listen, I was 100% okay with just saying no. They decided to take it public, and then it was a little
right. Well, because in fairness, they tried to say that it was the franchise, it was the Ben and Jerry's organization that supported this, and not them. So Mike said, "Okay, well, do you sell the Black Lives Matters and the pro Wesley Cook stuff in your store?" I said, "Yes." "Oh, okay. Well, then take it out." "Oh, no, we can't." "Okay, so." What are we talking about here?
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I deal with that on a more of a national level. But you're dealing with it at a local level. But the problem is still there. It's still the same. It's a very hard thing to do.
Yeah.
I applaud you for doing it. I know you said you only have 2 other board members. I have like 5. But I have a good support staff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's not an easy thing to do to run a not-for-profit. Ask my wife. It's like a full-time job. I've tapered it down, and we've kind of changed the trajectory or the way we were doing things in our charity as well. I was just going nuts and taking on too many things.
Yeah.
Sometimes there was people that weren't appreciative or just didn't react to, or because you're only as good as what you do for them in the moment.
Exactly.
And then later on, and it's usually the people that hurt you the most are the ones that you helped. So that takes.
Wait, say that again louder.
It's usually the people that you help the most that hurt you the most. So I would say to you live on the air, don't let that discourage you, because you fall into a funk. If it just keep it simple and you're doing it for the right reasons.
Well,
and
I look at it.
Haters.
I look at it, and I think it was a story that
I in the camera. Fuck the haters.
Yeah, you're in the camera.
Okay.
I think it was a story that I told you a while back. Somebody told me, and I'm gonna cut it up a little bit because it's unusually long anyway. But I look at it this way. The story was told to me: a guy and his kid are walking down the street, and they see a homeless man. The guy asks him for money, so the father goes in his wallet and gives him $20. Another lady walks by and said, "Aren't you worried he's going to go buy drugs? Aren't you worried he's going to go buy booze? Aren't you worried he's going to do something that's going to make himself even more homeless?"
Is this a true story?
No. I don't know.
So
if
it's like Josh's.
story. I don't know if it's a true story. It's more of an anecdote. Somebody told me.
Okay. All right.
And the father looked at the lady and said, "What he does with it, God's going to look down at him. It's on him. It's out of my hands now."
Right.
Me having it and being able to give it to him, my son seeing me do that, knowing
that's your blessing.
Means yes,
having the extra 20,
exactly,
making the example for your son. That's your blessing.
And you know what? Buy a cup of soup, go buy a case of beer, enjoy.
Right.
You know,
hey, if I'm a homeless guy and I'm having a rough week, maybe the case of beer is what I need to get to the next day.
Exactly.
Who am I to judge?
Exactly. Or maybe with the crazy cold weather we've been having, maybe the hot soup you went to get with it along with the beer.
What, a blackberry brandy?
Or exactly.
Yeah, remember those days in high
blackberry
school?
brandy.
Remember those days in high school?
Yes, sir.
Brandy?
Allegedly.
Yeah.
No, I did that.
Yeah.
I was underage and I did that.
Yeah. We did. Yeah. That's how we live by example. And
little heroin.
And our kids think they can pull stuff over on us. No.
All right. Well, listen, this has been a very productive. What do we have donation wise? Did Danny's friend say the amount, or just she said she was making a donation?
She said she was making a donation. I didn't ask the amount.
Okay.
Right, we can.
Well, Danny will let us know.
Yeah, we can hit her off the air. We'll hit her off the air.
Danny will let us know. And,
what we'll do.
we're doing our 200 regardless.
Yeah, we'll go to a commercial. I'm gonna put all the contact. Oh, what? You don't want to?
No. You could. I mean, if you take over the show, tell me why don't you just tell me the movie I'd like to see? That was a Seinfeld reference, episode 207, where Kramer's number is the same as the movie line, and he's like, "Press 7 if you'd like to see Officer and a Gentleman."
Jonathan Fredericks is here, and he threw out Wesley Cook's fake name. So I think just on that alone,
that's a violation.
I think that alone, he
that's
owes
a violation.
A donation.
Plus, he's retiring as I think
13 days.
Listen, I'm not going to put him on total blast, but he's supposed to be having a fucking podcast here with Fredericks, Freed and Fredericks sports beat, right?
They would be phenomenal at
Right?
it. Yes.
That's number one. Number two, I think he's retiring the special assignments money.
Wow.
Okay. So
all right, well,
that means lieutenant's pay.
so here's what we're gonna do,
he's a very
John.
generous fella. We have our Proud Pig glasses downstairs.
Here-
He's the one that made the metal signs for us.
Yep.
He's very generous and giving fella. What I'm saying is, I'm going to the well right now. Maybe if Frederick step up where Jackson didn't,
Wow.
and I'm going to see Chris in like an hour or two. I'll fucking face to face. I'll take 20 out of his fucking pocket.
Well, in fairness, if you are going to see him, he's probably driving, and that's maybe why he's not commenting.
I'll hit a cop. Is what I'm saying. You know what I just realized?
There's a story about that.
Oh, you know what I just realized? I have fucking sunglasses on. Nobody told me.
Yes,
Yeah.
I was wondering.
Two people wear sunglasses inside.
I got a bright future. And my
Blind people and assholes.
I'm blind to a lot of facts. I'm an asshole. There's our
you
food
go.
is here, and we didn't realize that. Not that we can eat on a commercial break, but I'd like to thank Garra's Pizza for the.
I've already had them up here.
Okay, for the delicious upside down Sicilian, which that's not Portnoy's favorite, but that's upside down Sicilian is at a minimum.
Portnoy's never done Garris?
No. That
Really?
upside down
All
Sicilian
right.
to me at a minimum 8.2.
I agree.
Because I prefer
I
a
agree.
thin slice.
He's gonna say it's not his style. That's gonna be the first thing.
And let me just say this about Chris Garra, the owner of Garra's Pizza, and the rest of his family. Super generous, pro law enforcement. Don't mind me. Just check your phone and have text messages. Do whatever you want. We're just on the air.
Stephanie messaged
What
me.
does it matter at this point? You're on the fucking phone. The pizza guy walks in while we're doing a podcast. Blue comes out of the fucking office, walks across, drops things on the table. Mo is in there fucking smoking and playing fucking, what's that game with the numbers?
Sudoku.
Sudoku. He's fucking gesundheit. So he's doing that in there. Anyway, Garra's Pizza, we love them. We appreciate them. That's one of those businesses that's in town.
Yep. Yes.
That I try not to hit them up too much, but just like everything else, the good people, you tend to go towards them. The incompetent ones or the malfeasance, that you stay away from them. So he's a great guy. He does amazing things for the town. Just overall good dude. He's regular. And in our world,
Yes.
regular is probably the best comment you can give somebody.
Yes.
Just they're regular.
Yes.
When you deal with them, it's regular.
Knock around dude.
Regular, it's just this.
What you see is what you get.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I love him. And no homo. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's
2025. Don't worry about it. Don't judge.
Do what you do.
So,
But,
so what we're gonna do?
Yeah, okay.
When we go to the
So you
commercial,
took do what you do is literal, but go ahead. Because it's 4:25 and we're going off the air at 5:00.
right?
No run-on fucking
We're gonna
sentences.
go to a commercial break.
Okay.
I'm gonna put all the contact info. If they want, people want to donate, I'll leave that up there for the entire commercial break.
Okay. I like that.
And then we'll come back, and I know you have one or two things planned.
Well, I believe, I don't know if people will realize this, but I think Dick Whiskey,
Yeah,
our Purple Tide friend,
that
is
is
calling in.
that
We're
is
going to
the,
be doing a beer review.
that is the word.
I mean, Dick Whiskey does booze and beer reviews. I think we're doing a beer review today, if Dick Whiskey does call in. And then we'll do maybe some, I think we kind of did current events, so we kind of put the cart before the horse today. We'll do the beer review, and then we'll just bullshit a little bit.
Wait, what were you saying?
We'll do the
Bitch. bitch. Police, bitch. Police, bitch. Police, bitch. Police. Bitch. Police. Bitch. Police. Bitch. Police. Bitch. bitch. Police, bitch. Police, bitch.
We are back. That was a little bit of an extended break because we were getting a little hangry up in the Tactical Financial Podcast studio in lovely downtown Phillipsburg, New Jersey. As I said, Garra's Pizza comes through once again. Thank you, Garra's. So this portion of the show, if everything works accordingly, our friend
It's Dick Whiskey, y'all.
Dick Whiskey will be calling in, and he told us what beer to go out and buy.
Okay.
Which is the Witty Monkey. It's 9.5% alcohol by volume, which is pretty strong.
Yeah.
This IPA here. All right, I'm getting a weird noise in my headphone. Was that you snorting? Who's talking?
Oh, I know what it is. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah, it sounds like Dick Whiskey got his tongue caught in a garbage disposal.
Maybe he's stuck to a light pole.
It's weird because we did a call earlier in the show when we were live, and apparently the person in the booth, Mo, could not duplicate what he did an hour ago.
Okay. Wait, you said his name. Don't you have to take a shot?
No.
Okay.
No. I did. I pressed the button. I didn't say his name.
Okay.
It's Dick
Nah.
Whiskey, y'all.
Oh, we're gonna have to freestyle. We're gonna have to freestyle.
What's going on with Dick Whiskey?
The phone is fucked up, bro.
But it worked before.
It did.
We were live.
Yes, we were.
We worked through this.
We did.
You did exactly what needed to be done.
I did.
Duplicate that.
I
Do
will-
exactly what you did before, and then we can talk to Trooper Dick Whiskey.
I will try again.
One more time. Please take the caller. Please take the call from,
It's Dick Whiskey, y'all.
because he's got beer on his end, and he was going to taste it first, and then we were going to taste it, and then, we could still do the beer review
Yes, we can.
without Trooper.
It's Dick Whiskey, y'all.
We could do it without him. But I just thought it would be nice if our phones would work one fucking time. Well, 12 grand in equipment, and we can't have a fucking caller?
Oh, no.
It's making me a little angry. All right, what are we going to do? My apologies to Trooper Dick Whiskey, who took his unit off the road
No, boy.
and pulled over with his purple tie.
You got to get
to do
George
this.
Jagos on the phone.
And was going to do this for you. So without Trooper Dick Whiskey, it'll be Mo, Blue,
Danny.
Wismer. No, it's
Wismer. Oh,
making
Wismer,
sure
you got it.
Wismer
You got it.
and me, the real Mike the Cop, not
There you
the real estate Mike the Cop.
Okay.
Whatever the fuck he's doing now. All right, so we're going to do Witty Monkey, 9.5% alcohol.
Well, let's talk
volume.
about Victory Brewing Company first.
Okay.
Blue, what do we know about Victory Brewing
I
Company?
know they're in Dowington, PA. I know that. And I know they want you to taste Victory responsibly. I know
I
that.
noticed that. What does
Well-
victory taste like?
9.5% ABV. Is there a responsible way to taste that?
Sip. Don't gulp.
Really?
All right, this is a Trooper Dick Whiskey, even though he's not fucking
All right,
here.
to the nose. Hold on.
Smells pretty good.
Mm.
Mm.
I'm picking up citrus blossom.
So would this be considered
Yeah,
an
is that what that
IPA?
is?
Yes, this is an IPA. I think
Hey, can somebody do me a favor? Tell me what IPA means.
Indian
Indian
Pale
Pale
Ale.
Ale.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Not woo woo Indian and not Indian.
Wow.
Indian.
Hey-o.
like Indian. What Indian are they talking about? The motorcycle? What Indian?
It's a good question.
I don't even know.
It's a good
I'm gonna-
question.
And I don't even have an excuse for saying, I don't even have an excuse for saying woo woo or boop, because I didn't even have a drink of this yet.
I'm going to move away in case a lightning bolt comes. through the
Listen.
ceiling.
It's all in fun.
I know.
I'm not
So
changing my
9.5%.
I'm not changing my sense of humor.
Nope.
I love everybody, even the Jews.
It's
I should have waited until Mo was drinking before I said
it
that.
said Witty Monkey
And you know
used
what?
his clever curiosity
He does look clever. Hey,
to
look,
reimagine a citrus wheat ale.
could we put Blue on camera for a second? Who's more blue, this monkey or her hair?
Why the hell does he have an eyeball on his stomach?
That's the third eye, the all-seeing third eye.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hold on, she's gonna come behind you guys there.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right. What a lovely uncensored Mike the Cop shirt you have on.
Oh, yeah.
Look, blue monkey, blue hair.
Monkey blue hair?
Loaded with sweet orange notes.
Okay.
Witty Monkey is citrusy,
Yes, I can smell that.
balanced,
With
and will have you reaching for new horizons or the grass to keep from falling off the earth.
okay.
9.5%.
All right.
That's pretty good,
let's give it
actually.
a
Cheers.
Yeah.
Skull. Oh, that's strong.
Yeah, it's not very citrusy. I don't
Don't say citrus.
get the
I'm getting the citrus on the back end.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah,
up
yeah,
front.
Taste, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not up front. It's on the back end. Take a nice swig of it and just wait a second, and then you'll get the citrus on there.
Just wash the hot wings out of your mouth. But that's like,
Mm.
That could do it. That could be doing it.
Did you cleanse your palate after those 7 friggin' wings you scoffed down? P.S. By the way, everybody, that was supposed to be like a 3-minute commercial break. It was 33 minutes long because Mo was in the control room scoffing down Gara's wings like it was his last meal, which it might be, but that's a different story. That's a different story.
I help them with the wings.
I have long AIDS. What do you want me to tell you?
All right, so
You know what? my assessment of this, it tastes
And we're
good
going
enough.
we're going
Okay,
1
so
to 10.
basically, let me just say this. To you.
9.5%.
Let me
This
just
is
say
trouble.
this to you. Okay, it's
What?
my fucking show,
Okay, I'm sorry.
and I will do the order of how we rate this.
Okay,
All right,
I'm
but
sorry.
no, you know what? Take over. Go ahead. You run it. Run. You know what? Now, Smarty Pants, run the tasting contest. Go ahead. Let's see it.
Okay.
Let's see. It's so easy. Now you're in charge. Now you're responsible for this
Okay.
bit.
Well, anyway, I haven't had a drink in about a year. So my initial assessment of this, it goes
Oh,
down.
now I'm the asshole that knocked them off the
there
fucking
you go.
wagon.
No. I wasn't
Is it on the wagon
No.
or off the wagon? Another Seinfeld reference for those people out there. I've been ripping through Seinfeld every season. It's like
Oh,
I watch
man.
2 a day.
Okay.
Yeah, remember that episode when Seinfeld and George were arguing over about the guy who was Elaine's boyfriend at the party,
All right.
office
Yeah,
party?
yeah.
And he's like, no, we can't have that. He's off the wagon. And then George is like, no, it's on the
On
wagon.
the wagon,
And he's
yeah.
like, no,
No.
it's off the wagon.
No. It's just
So-
not something I do.
Right.
So that's all. I'm not.
Can I
If,
just
if
say-
you are not drinking, you are on the wagon.
Yes.
If you are drinking, you are off the wagon.
Excuse me.
I don't know what's happening.
You don't even
right
have
now.
a wagon parked in
No,
your driveway.
I am feeling. I think I'm buzzed right now a little bit. Is that possible?
Uh huh.
9. All right, so we're going on a 1 to 10 scale. Yeah, that's what we're.
1 to 10 scale.
Of what?
That's called a rating. A 1 to 10
I
rating.
know. What are we rating?
I
The
mean,
beer
presentation. I like the can.
itself?
Right,
The
right.
cans are neat.
I like the can a lot.
All right. So on a 1. So what you do is you're going by presentation, taste, right? And that's really it.
I don't like the fact that it's only a 12-ounce can.
At
don't-
9.5, I like the fact that it's a 12-ounce.
Yeah, that works.
But they also sold it. That was more than a 4-pack. You would think at 9.5 they would be selling it.
Six-pack.
Yeah, they would be
Yeah,
selling it in 4-packs only. You would think in 9.5. Were
If
you
it
able to
was
buy
a
more than
16
one?
ounce- if it was 16 ounce, I would do 4.
This stuff's
Like mine.
trouble.
Like when I do mine, Swiney Citrus and Swiney Cinclade, which in Irish means chocolate, because it's a Hershey's chocolate Yingling kind of thing. I do 16 ounces.
Mm.
Now, my rating. Oh, you're doing your rating first, 1 to 10.
I
Don't
give
give
it
it
an 8.
a flat 8.
No. It
That's a
rookie
rookie
score.
score.
no.
Clearly, you've never seen Portnoy do a pizza review.
No, I haven't.
When you do the flat numbers, I'd offer you my seat, but I don't feel like getting up.
No,
All
you're
right.
man.
No.
So you gave it an
I
8.
feel pretty
Yeah, I give it
powerful
an
standing
8.
behind
Why?
it.
Why did you give it an 8? You got to say why.
It goes down good. It's got a
That's
got a
what she
really
said.
nice aroma.
That's what she said. Yep.
It's got a really
Couldn't
nice
let that one
aroma
go.
to it.
Aroma?
Yeah,
Okay.
usually or
All right.
bouquet, whatever we're calling
Right.
it. And usually beer with me gives me like a little bit of a spasm when I fall, and it's going right down. And
What do you-
9.5%. This,
like a throat spasm?
yeah.
Hmm.
This stuff's like trouble.
Interesting.
So I mean, he has to be at an 8 or above, but you can't give an 8.0. Like you got to kind of
All right, 8.3, 8.4.
fair.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mike.
All right. So here's the thing with me. I would prefer it not to be 9.5 alcohol by volume. I'd like it if it was, which doesn't affect the taste or anything else really, because it doesn't have an overwhelming like, boom, that's strong.
Yeah, it doesn't smack you in the face.
No, but
No,
it's-
it doesn't.
But I would give this. I love the can.
So do I. Hold the box up. You got the
I
box
love
right
the
in front
can. It reminds me of the band The Gorillaz. The artwork reminds me of the band Gorillaz. You know Clint Eastwood? I ain't happy. I'm feeling sad. I got sunshine in my head. You know that one? The Gorillaz? Doesn't it look like the Gorillaz?
Yeah, that was
album?
kind of remind me of it.
of you. Does.
So
little bit.
I'm going to give this a 7.3. 7.3.
Is that because of the 9.5%?
I prefer the alcohol by volume to be a little bit lower, and I would like it to be. It's not a heavy beer. It's not a stout.
At all.
But I feel like it could feel a little like citrusy. I want it lighter. You know what I mean? Am I making sense?
You're
want it to
making
feel
perfect sense.
like-
I know.
If it was 95 degrees outside, and this was a little bit lighter, I would drink 5 of these. Like I would drink them like lemonade.
Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah.
But I can't drink 5 of these because they're 9.5.
Blue, slow down. Blues
No,
are ready
no,
for.
little sip.
Mhm.
I'm saying, no,
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
just-
drink usually. So
It's a
I'm
9.
thinking
Another one I
baby
knocked off the fucking wagon. 2 of them. the two of them are going to be stumbling out of here. I'm going to be getting calls from their fucking sponsors. What did you do? All the hard work. Give me your fucking chip now, motherfucker. All right, so 7.3 for me, 8.2 for him, for Wismer. Blue?
It depends if I have to walk home and leave my car and come back. No, I'm gonna say like 7.9. Now take note though, I'm not a drinker. No, I usually don't like beer, but I like the taste.
7.9.
7.2.
You know
I
why?
love the
0.2.
can.
That can
I
finished
too wish-
really good.
I too
Yeah.
wish it was
Usually
really
you get that
well
last little
with
bit at the
alcohol.
bottom, and it finished good.
So, wait a minute,
That's
Dan.
what she said.
Dan, you're done with the can already?
Yeah, he hasn't. He sounds like the girl who said this. I've never done this before, and all of a sudden it's wah wah wah. Right? He's like, I haven't drank in a year,
Choke,
and then she's doing like twisties and like all sorts of stuff. And yeah. Right. How did I look when I was doing the?
You look pretty
Are you
practiced.
practicing?
Hey, anything I do, I want to do as best of my ability. And I'll salute to-
I'm with you
20
on
bucks,
the
20
the citrusy side. And this is where my bias comes in.
We're definitely. P.S. We're running over the show, but that's okay.
That's okay.
Jesus H. Christ.
Jesus
Get off douchebag.
That was supposed to be quiet.
Oh yeah, no, it was. Nobody heard it.
Good.
No,
Shut the fuck up.
nobody heard it.
Wait, can I ask you a question? Are you feeling this at all a little bit? Right? Right? Like I only drank half the can, and am I fucking lightweight?
Let's just do this. Here.
Wait, Josh, am I Mo? Shit. Am I a lightweight that I drank half a can and I'm starting to feel a little affected? And I'm not even on any extra. Like I didn't chew any gummies, I didn't pop any pills, none of that stuff.
Can I get to my review?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Oh,
And
thank you.
You're a more frequent drinker.
No, I
No?
don't.
All right, so you're okay.
Ask Mo what his running gag is about me with drinks. what
Mike
I do.
doesn't drink. This is the way
Tell him what I
Mike.
do.
This is the way Mike does it, and actually, it is pretty smart, especially if he has to work a room. You know that he's responsible. He gets a group together, and listen, he's the host.
Every event's
Yeah.
like a wedding for me. I'm the groom. I gotta
Okay.
He's the host. He has to be able to mingle.
keep
So-
my facilities about myself.
Right, but he also has to. He has a persona he has to uphold. So what he'll do is he goes to the bar. He's like, make me a drink, and heavy pours. Like that's what he
Okay.
always asks for.
No, I don't ask for heavy pours. He's a heavy pourer.
Then he
Okay.
then he
He's
then
just
he
a heavy
takes about
pourer.
1 or 2 sips, and then leaves the glass down and goes and works the room. So
All right.
you will find his glasses everywhere.
Okay.
So by the end of the night, everybody's seeing him like, holy shit, Mike's got another drink in his hand. Like he hasn't finished one. He's had
All right.
less than it's a smart play. I got to give him credit.
You know,
It's a
that
smart
really
play.
is actually.
Yeah.
That wasn't Danny this time. Danny
That-
Wismer. That was me doing it on the machine.
So I'm a very big citrusy guy. I agree with you. I think if you're going to go down the IPA road, the citrus that's a big draw. I have found that Kane, Kane, puts out some of the best citrusy IPAs, regardless
better
of
than my swiney citrus.
no. That's Swanee
my,
citrus.
My Proud Pig swiney citrus sold
That-
out.
That Swanee citrus was some of the best. That really, really was good. Chocolate one
Make me
wasn't my
hungrier.
style. Wasn't my style.
Wasn't
That's
mine
okay.
either. But I have a. I
It was still good.
Yeah, I have a surprise with that coming up.
It,
next
it,
show.
it was still good, but that Swanee citrus, for anybody that had it, drank it, they know that was really, really
Guess
good.
what I'm doing now that we're on the topic? I'm giving away 17 cases of the Swiney Seaclade, which is basically the Hershey's Yingling beer.
Oh, it's good. It's
Stole their
delicious.
recipe.
It's delicious.
Did a little. Holy shit, man!
Holy shit.
Stole their recipe. They mixed it up a little bit and put my own out.
Maybe that's why it's
Hypothetically.
only a 4-pack.
Yeah,
No, it's a
there's
6-pack. The other 2 in the
That's
fridge. You want another
okay.
one?
Fuck yeah.
You do.
Yeah.
Can you get him another one out of the fridge? 'Cause I'm attached to it.
Yeah.
Are you gonna be able to drive your scooter home?
I can walk.
Wait a minute. That scooter that's behind
Hey,
my
we didn't
car,
say
that's yours?
Yeah. That's
How the
fine.
fuck did you drive that?
We
I
didn't
need to see. No.
We didn't say anything bad about
No.
the Phillipsburg Popo, did we?
No.
Oh, good. So you'll be okay.
Yeah.
No,
I'm
wait.
good. I'm good.
You drove that scooter.
Yeah, why?
No.
That's how I do my Santa visits. I've turned the lights on and everything.
I need to see this.
We should have. We should.
Why?
Yes.
If you were a halfway decent producer, this is fucking good. I'm changing my score. I'm
You
changing-
can't.
I'm-
No, you
I'm-
can't.
I
No,
have to.
no.
I
You
gotta.
cannot. You cannot change your score.
All right.
No, you can regret your score, but you cannot.
So, like the Olympics, when they put up a score and then someone protests it, can I protest my
What
own
was the
score?
one? What was the
You
one
gotta do
spot?
it within 2 minutes.
Oh, that's too late.
Remember?
All right. Yeah. That's
What was
true.
the one spot that Portnoy went to? And he said it got better as it went, but he
Yeah.
couldn't change it. He couldn't change
All
it.
right. I'm stuck.
7.1.
7.1.
7.1.
Okay. All right.
That's where I'm at. It is.
Is there a mathematician in the room? Or is somebody on Facebook good with numbers? I might have been before this, but I'm not.
You know who's not good with numbers?
What do you
Chris
mean?
Jackson, because he hasn't
No,
donated
he
yet.
hasn't, right?
The average?
Oh, P.S. By the way, I'm not saying Jonathan Fredericks is a better man than Chris Jackson. I would
Uh-oh.
never say that.
Uh-oh.
I would never say that. But what I will say is Jonathan Fredericks donated $50 to Danny Wismer's For the Kids, number 4, The Kids. And as of right now, goose eggs from Jackson. I'll let the listening audience decide who the better man is. Can't find a better man.
Stephanie?
Turk is asking if we can send one of those down to him.
No,
Stephanie?
you tell Robert Turk to come up here right now, and he has to drink it on the air, and he has to give a review on the air. Did you know Robert Turk is a Marine?
He was.
Wismer,
Get out of here.
Wismer, over here. We're on the air.
Oh, no. Stephanie Talarico's having a hard time getting Venmo to work.
Okay. Well, what is she? Let's do this. What is she committing to? Because all we need is the pledge. We already know she's a woman of her
Okay.
word. We just want to have a number.
Yeah.
We want to see if she's a better person than Fredericks, who donated $50. Because for the purposes of this fucking venture, this episode,
Dawn, you may have to clear that seat because if Turk's going to come up, he's going to sit there. Thank you.
Clearly,
that really sounded disrespectful. I didn't mean it to sound
clearly whoever
disrespectful.
donates the most money is the fucking coolest person.
Of course.
Yeah, exactly.
Of course.
Yeah. Jackson sucks.
Which cannot be Jackson.
Frederick's awesome.
There
There
it is.
There he is.
Come sit down, Mr. Turk. Can we call you Turk?
Absolutely.
All right.
Have a seat. Hold on. Let me.
Josh, do you have the wide angle for his,
I
fucking
have
muscles?
the wide angle for him
Can I-
and his muscles.
Can I call you T-Dog? T-Dog? Does that work?
Turk,
Maybe not.
Turk, put the headphones on. There you go.
It's not his first rodeo.
It is.
It might be only his second, though.
Now keep
Talk
in
into the
mind.
mic.
I heard you.
Bring
I
the
got
mic
you.
closer to you so I can hear you. There you go. You're good.
Keep
Better?
Yes.
keep in mind now. They're advertising this as an IPA.
Are they?
I don't care
Yeah.
for IPAs that much though, but
But did you like my swiney citrus?
absolutely.
Yes.
Compare this to the swiney citrus. Don't
Kane-
grade it on comparing it to swiney
And where
citrus.
where do you stand on Kane? Like the overheads.
He's
and
an
the head
able
highs?
fan. He's an able fan. I know it. He's an able fan.
Here we go.
That's Cain and Abel. It's Bible reference.
Oh, really?
Cain and Abel.
Thank you, Mike. I
All right.
appreciate
Are you
it.
a
I didn't know
Christian?
that.
Are you a Christian?
Yes.
Oh, then you're better than most. I'm saying because I'm a Christian.
Shall I?
Skull.
Giddy up.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I was 7-1.
Don't say. Let him. Don't.
Oh,
influence
shit,
his
no.
No, you know
score.
what? It doesn't have a bad aftertaste.
No, it doesn't. Does it?
You,
Not-
and you
not
get the
one bit.
citrus on the back end, right? And that's
Yes,
not
you
up
do.
front. And I like that. I like it's on the back end.
I'll give it an 8.
Wow.
Another
I'll give it an 8.
Another rookie score 8. Nobody does flat numbers. All right.
I'll give it
Wow.
an 8.
Can we
give it a couple.
get
I'm not a big
somebody-
IPA guy
Finish
either.
the-
I like
this is pretty
IPAs.
good.
Now, okay,
All right,
let me
yeah.
ask you this question now.
Turk, this is
me ask you this.
9.5% alcohol.
9.5.
I'm a Miller High Life guy.
This
Give me a Miller High Life, a PBR, and I'm good.
well, that is a champagne
At
of
the same
bottled
time?
beers.
It
A
is-
Miller High
it
Life
is.
and a PBR at the same time?
No, well, you know, if you want to go double fisted.
Right.
That's what she said.
All right, so let me ask you a question. Now compare this to the swiney citrus, the Proud Pig swiney citrus.
Mhm.
You like this better?
Yes.
Fucking communist. Wow. What would you give
Wow.
this? Wait, what was the rate? What would you give Swiney Citrus?
I'm in the 8s on Swanee Citrus.
Yeah, see,
I'm
I
in-
feel
I'm in the
like
I'll give it
Eights.
about a 6. 6.5.
Whoa.
wow.
Sorry.
No, now
Wow.
you're fucking.
No,
I didn't,
I'm
listen,
not.
Yeah,
Whoa,
I
whoa.
didn't ask you to come
With the
up
F
here.
word.
Wait, hold on. I didn't ask you to come up here and fucking perform. All right. I
I'm
didn't
not
ask you to come up
performing.
here and be an actor. I asked you to come up here and fucking review the beer, and now you're being a dick by saying my beer is a 9. What did you give my beer? A 6.5?
7.
All right. I will
How about
have
that?
you know on Untapped. Untapped is an app that you can get on your phone. Untapped. All right. Go anybody.
I mean,
doesn't
Mike,
believe
you
me,
asked him for his honest
go on
opinion.
Untapped.
You asked him for
No,
his honest
I didn't
opinion. You
ask him
can't
for-
be
I
mad.
just said, give me a rating.
You're
I
like the
winked.
guy from Dragon Pizza right now. That's who you are right now. Fuck you! Get off my sidewalk!
If you go
Fuck
on,
you!
If you go on Untapped, currently my Swiney Citrus is sitting at like an 8.2, and they're fucking snobs on there, and they know what they're talking about. Unlike some other.
Like I
people here.
said, though,
I'm
I'm
not
not.
going to say who it is. I'm just going to look at it and whistle. You don't feel like this is a little heavy?
No, this,
No,
like you said,
No.
this has no aftertaste at all.
No, heavy. I'm not know if I'm using the right verbiage for this.
No,
I
you
don't-
are. It's,
They are.
It's not
It's-
that heavy. And a lot of IPAs have a bit like an aftertaste. This doesn't.
No,
And you're
it doesn't.
saying,
It
wait,
doesn't.
hold on a minute. You gave this a what?
An
8.8, and you
Yeah.
gave mine a
An eight.
6.5.
Give it an 8.
7.
And you're saying mine has an aftertaste?
A little aftertaste. Yes, it does.
I beg to differ, my friend. I beg to differ.
Well,
All right, is there somebody who can do math real quick?
Hold on. Another question, real quick.
Because I'm gonna put our review on Untapped.
How much was the 6-pack?
Oh, I don't know. I use charity money. I don't even fucking know.
Okay.
I'm known for that.
Okay. Anyway, good. What do we need?
It was
math for?
$12.
Okay.
11. I'm sorry. It was $11.97.
Okay. What's what is your math issue? Or you wanna average it?
give a fuck.
$11.97 it was for the
Okay,
six-pack.
all right.
Not bad, right?
Anyway,
well,
what's
no,
your-
the math you have to add up
what's your
the
math
average
Yeah,
of
so
all of them.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Let me see.
You can do it in your head.
Yeah.
The fuck are you, Rain Man?
He's getting a little close.
14.
What the hell?
11. There's 1, 1, 14, 15.
He is
He's
doing.
doing some common core shit right
He
now.
really is. He
Either
really
that
is.
or he's doing some beautiful mind stuff. I don't know.
38.3 divided by 5. 38.3 divided by 5.
5 times 7 is
5
35.
times 7 is 35.
7.5?
No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I think it's 7.5. It's gonna be the final score.
Like 7.5.
Oh,
Eight,
The fuck did I just
So
say?
how is he breaking it down like 7 numbers?
What did I just say?
7.5,
7.5.
yeah, it wasn't 7.5. It was
No, yeah.
7.5.8.
Hey, I figured this out. It's 7.5. He goes wrong. It's 7.5. 33322.
7.583. Let me see. See how close I am. Hold on.
Yeah, one more topic to discuss.
9 plus 7
Was that the pizza?
plus-
Oh no,
Pizza?
yeah, the pizza.
Oh, that's behind you. Hit
Yeah,
that.
Pizza.
Hit that. That's behind
It's right
you.
behind
That's
you. Garrett's
delicious.
Pizza. Wait,
It's
let me ask you
delicious.
this question.
Here we
All
go.
right.
Here we go. What's up?
Go ahead. Rate Garrett's Pizza upside down. Upside down Sicilian. Rate it.
That's excellent.
I'm
1 to
sorry.
10.
Yes.
1 to 10. Rate it.
I'm going
I-
to give that about.
I was
10.
wrong. I had
You'll give it a 10?
I love it.
I had 7.533. It's 7.68.
See, I can. What is it?
7.68.
So
Sorry.
7.7 then.
I used to
Which
design. I used to design aircraft engines for a living.
All right. Well,
So
then, yeah, you got
the
that.
math and stuff
I
like
would-
that.
I used to stick my tongue in outlets.
Yeah.
That's what I used to do.
I wouldn't be throwing that around lately. What's going on with this?
You know what? I went to Mars.
Yeah, my boss was huge on the math.
I
Yeah, I went to Mars like 3 times already.
I went to church once. Call me Jesus.
I was the first person on Mars.
We should.
I was a fire
we
dog
should-
once.
From now on. From now on.
I did space engine.
From now on. Giddy up. From now on. From now on.
Now I sit on a big red chair and Santa Claus.
Hey,
And freight train 5-year-olds. And freight train 5-year-olds. Frederick's just unsent us $50 because he doesn't want to have anything to do with freight training.
All right, let's lock.
Listen, we should do this.
Let's lock it up.
We got one more thing to do. We should
Yeah, I
do-
know. You want me to get serious after
No, wait,
this?
we should, from now on, we should do the beer reviews at the beginning.
I'm pretty sure I was the first monkey in
We
space.
should do the
Space engines and Santa Claus.
Tookie. We should. That was from Z100, like 85. We should do the beer reviews at the beginning and do like 2 cans each, and then just do the show after.
No.
As long as I don't talk about my charity after that.
Oh, jeez.
Are you gonna be able to drive your scooter home? No.
Jen says Sweeney said
He has Dasher and Prancer with him.
Probably not.
And Rudolph,
true what
Rudolph
they
is
say
leading the sleigh.
Is that true what they say about Rudolph Santa? All right, listen. We got to do one more thing.
Lock it up.
We gotta
Get serious. Get serious.
We're gonna do one more thing. Sometimes we talk about charity stuff here. Sometimes we don't. We try to separate beer reviews and freight training from the actual charity stuff. Sometimes we're successful. Sometimes we're not. If you tune into my show, it's a little bit more off the rails. Tom's show's a little more refined. It didn't used to be. I mean, it used to be ball gags and strippers and prostitutes, and all sorts of stuff on Tom's show.
It really was.
That's all gone now.
Remember that? We actually did have.
Yeah.
Well, she wasn't a lady of the night. She was a. How did this?
All I know is I got a call Turk that said this to me. I don't know if I believe that they couldn't find it. They said we need a 9-inch black dildo, and we need it for the show tonight, right? Yes. So you know how I am, right?
That is a fact.
Anything I do, I do it well. I walked right into that sex shop, and I was even through the door, and I said, "Hey, where can I find 9-inch black dildos?" Everybody, because most dudes are like hiding their faces. They don't want to be seen. I was like, where can I find a 9-inch black dildo?
You do understand what I'm supposed to follow this
Now,
with, right?
If I was there and I was someone who heard that, I would turn and say, probably up your fucking ass. But nobody even got involved with me.
Wait, what's up? We went from beer to black dildos.
Yeah, wait till you see what I got to close with.
Because the dominatrix was smacking Eric in the face with the black dildo while he had a ball gag in his mouth.
I will not wear the ball gag
Talking
mouth.
in a sex shop like that is the equivalent of talking to the dude who's pissing next to you at the urinal. You just don't do it.
I'm a rule breaker.
Hey.
All right. All kidding aside now, you might have noticed that it's going south in the booth now too.
9.5%. Anyway, why did I have 2 of these?
All right. So, because I said, do you want another one? And you said yes. That's usually how that works.
Okay.
You ask another man, would you like another beer? They say yes or no. If they say yes, you would indulge them.
Let's
in another
check
beer.
it.
There's one left in the fridge. You want it?
No.
Okay. Pussy.
No, he definitely does. He definitely does.
My throat is a little dry.
All right. So
He wants another one.
if you've noticed, there's a Hulk here in the front in the hats. We're really switching gears right now. We're doing a 180.
Oh yeah.
Hulk smash.
You can see this patch on the back of the Hulk. And this Hulk also comes with there's a book involved, like a little journal that travels with the Hulk. And the Hulk goes from place to place for people that are struggling with medical issues and things like that. And Mo in the booth is going to explain what the Hulk is. And he's here now, the Hulk, because he's going to make his way to Washington, New Jersey, which is not too far from here at all.
Not at all.
Right up 57. And one of our members' kids, his name is Aiden, and we're not going to use any last names, is going through the chemo process right now. Strong, tough kid.
How old is he?
17.
Oh man.
We have a picture of him, but it was only posted inside a group, so we're not going to share.
Well,
it
yeah,
here,
no.
He's in the hospital bed, and he's got a Proud Pig
really?
hat and a shirt on. And we're going to bring this Hulk to him. We only have 6 people watching. I know he's not one of them, so we can talk about it. So Mo, can you give us a little breakdown on what?
You want me to close after that?
Yeah,
with that?
yeah. Let's compose ourselves.
All right,
Pull it
to make sure I don't miss anything. The Hulk does travel around to people that are up against it, mentally, physically, emotionally. They've all been going through something specific to them, and it once belonged to Philadelphia police officer Eric Dial. And again, in this book, hold on, let me switch it so people can see. This is the actual travel log that goes around with the Hulk. there's a lot of stories in here, and like Mike had said, these are their stories to tell. So I'm not gonna share them here without their permission. But what I will do is give a little background, and so I don't miss anything, I'll actually read. There's a letter attached to the inside of the book that explains what these people are receiving. A lot of times they don't even know they're receiving it. We kind of just send it to them, recognizing what they're up against. So the backstory, in September of 2015, the Philadelphia Police Department, our charity in this world, lost an amazing human being, Eric Dial. Eric had served the Philadelphia Police Department since 1998, and in his time was a master at his craft. Eric served 8 years as a narcotics officer, 3 of which were spent undercover. He was part of the PD's warrant entry team, as well as their rapid response team, also known as riot control. He was quite simply a giant human being, both in stature and personality. For approximately the last 5 years of his life, Eric fought bravely against various forms of cancer, ultimately succumbing to the disease on September 1st, 2015. During his fight, Eric continued to smile while maintaining a level of fight and determination befitting his association with the Incredible Hulk. Second here, I'm going to put up pictures. We have that. In a social media post made in the middle of his fight, 2013, Eric said, "When something bad happens to you, you have 3 choices. You either let it define you, you let it destroy you, or you can let it strengthen you. The choice is yours." The Hulk figurine that we now pass around accompanied Eric throughout his fight, and the association with the Incredible Hulk served as an inspiration to him and his family. How it really started. It started with Jesse Hartnett, the Philadelphia police officer that was shot, I believe, was it 2016. Eric's widow went to visit Jesse in the hospital almost right after he was shot, knowing the inspiration that this figure had to her husband. She would hoped that it gave him strength. Since then, it's traveled to about 6 other individuals. Some have won, some have lost. One of them was my daughter. My daughter fortunately had one, but it was with her for a large majority of her surgeries. These guys all here know what she went through. She's up to probably, I don't even know what, 15 surgeries. You just pick a body part and she's had it operated on. Her diaphragm is actually her left lat muscle. She was essentially born with no diaphragm. So one of the more major invasive surgeries that she had, they cut away her left lat muscle and used that as her diaphragm. So she's had the Hulk.
She is a She-Hulk.
Yeah, no, she
No
really
doubt
is.
about
Yeah,
that.
no doubt about that.
She's absolutely a beast. And like I said, the Hulk is back on his way out now. Mike will probably get that out.
Yeah, so Washington, New Jersey is just a hop, skip, and a jump down 57 from lovely downtown Phillipsburg, New Jersey. And I'm going to hand deliver the Hulk to his house. He's home now. He's got to go back into the hospital for another round of chemo in a week or so. And the kid's got a great attitude, and that's a big part of, when you're in a fight. And he's got wonderful family and friends surrounding him. And although we've never met him, I think when you do something like this and you bring something to somebody and it's the idea of what this represents and they see strangers rallying around them, I believe, and I think a lot of people, like most people do, we were talking about it before, the positive attitude and looking at it in a way that you're not going to get too low helps in recovery and
That
fighting.
means a lot.
Absolutely.
That really does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And every single one of these people, win or lose, all were dignified and did things the right way. And, we're happy to bring this and proud to bring this. I wish we never needed the Hulk, but unfortunately, these things are happening around us, and we just want to support the people that are good people and trying to battle and go through it the right way. So I'll see you soon, Aiden.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I'm not sure how you guys had me follow that.
Well, listen,
this
show's like a roller coaster. Like I could do a knock joke right now, or say something funny about Turk's face if you want. I don't know what you want me to do.
That's real nice.
Did you finish that beer?
It's
want
been
another
done. I wanted another one.
It finishes.
That's why I was choking.
My
throat was
Blue.
dry.
It finishes real good.
Is there another one in the fridge? We're out.
It's a
We're
lot.
out? Oh.
It's a lot better than that swine stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I never had that.
The swine? Oh yeah,
I'm not doing that.
All right, we're gonna wrap it up. I swore we were gonna be out of here by 5 o'clock. I run a tight ship. It's 5:20.
Yeah.
Does anybody have any plugs or anything they want to do before we go?
No.
You raised your hand. Normally in a civilized society.
Are you going on
in a civilized society?
For anyone that wants to follow the Eric DL Hulk project, it does have a Facebook page. Again, same name, the Eric DL Hulk project.
How do you spell the last name?
HULK.
Oh, DIAL.
All right, thank you.
Eric DL. And obviously, if you have anybody that you want to see it travel to, please let us know. Send us a message. When we do send it to somebody, we give it to them. It's their time frame. We let them keep it for as long as they feel they need it. We don't ever ask for it back. All we ask for is when they feel they've gotten what they need from it to send it back to us. But that time frame is determined by them. We never ask for it back.
Or if they have a person that they want to send it to, because with the Hulk, I don't know if you touched on this or not, there's a travel book in there.
Okay.
And people are actually writing it's very therapeutic to write stuff
Yeah.
out. So they're writing their story, and they're actually even putting pictures in there too.
Nice.
Yes.
So the next person that gets the Hulk, it makes it way less impersonal.
Yeah.
Because we can't always hand deliver it. Because when I hand deliver it to Aiden, I can talk to him a little bit about it.
Yeah.
So he has a little context.
I'll be honest with you.
Shipping it.
That's a lonely chair to sit in.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've been through it like 7 or 8 times.
Yep.
That's a lonely chair. That thing would be awesome.
Right.
I know a couple of people
you can't have the Hulk. It's going to.
I don't want it. I don't need it.
Right. I see the way you're looking at the Hulk.
No.
It could be because you had 2 of these.
No.
That's 18. That's 19% volume by alcohol. I could do math. The simple math I can do. I'm not Rain Man like you when you start shouting out 0.33555, whatever you were doing, but.
Yeah, it's actually been at the Mayo Clinic in Minnesota. Like it's been around. It's been around.
If anybody knows anybody at Marvel Comics or anybody that has any connection to Marvel Comics and they want to put us with them, I think Marvel Comics would love to attach themselves to the Hulk. What do we call this? The Hulk program, the Hulk project? What is
the Eric DL Hulk project.
The Hulk project is nice.
Right,
yeah.
I mean, come on, Marvel Comics, you're worse than Chris Jackson right
now.
Right?
No one's worse.
No one's worse than
Don't
Chris.
get me on
No
the
one's worse
subject
than
with Chris
Jackson
Jackson
right now.
Well, Jonathan,
Don't
I
get
don't
me
know
on
if
the
you heard
subject with
this or
Chris
not.
Jackson.
Jonathan Frederick stepped up and donated $50 to Danny Wismer's for the kids. Guess how much Chris Jackson donated?
Moths came out of his wallet.
Boop,
Yep.
0. That's not a racist.
Zero
That's not racist. I was doing a 0. 0.0. Add that up. What's
0.0.
What's 0.0?
The average is 0.0.
Yeah, 0.0. So
But like we were talking about before, it's Friday night. People are out. He's going to watch us at 2 o'clock in the morning when he's taking a poop.
I did say I wanted to wrap up the show, but is this go ahead? Tell your
That's what's
I
gonna
did say,
happen.
does anybody want to do a plug? And now he wants to tell a story about fucking 2 o'clock in the morning.
I got to do a plug.
Oh,
A butt plug?
No, not a butt plug.
A
I have to
Blumpkin?
go downstairs and get ready for poker night.
That's your plug?
Allegedly.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes.
Allegedly.
That's your plug?
No, for how?
Well, we're
yeah,
only
yeah,
playing
yeah.
for fucking Skittles, Mo. It's not
Yeah,
like there's
that's
any
it.
U.S.
That's-
currency involved.
I
It's
appreciate it, though. Thank you very much for.
Money.
Who slips sink ships, Turk.
Thank you very much for the beer. I appreciate it.
Thank you. I would have appreciated you a little more if you gave my beer a higher score, but that's okay. No problem. It's not available anymore anyway. It doesn't really matter what score you give it. It was a 1 run and done. I might bring it back though, but when I do, you're not getting any.
You can't ask somebody for an honest review and then
I didn't
chastise
say.
them.
Thank you.
Roll the fucking tape back. When did I say give an honest review? When did I say honest review?
You really are the Dragon Pizza guy.
I said review.
You're that guy.
And then
You know what?
I
Get
said
the fuck
review.
off my
And then I
sidewalk.
winked at him like I got fucking grapefruit juice in my eye like Costanza.
I'd rather have 5 more of those beers than one
She's the
swine.
Dragon Pizza
Hey,
guy.
Than one
Turk,
swine.
hey,
I'd rather have
Turk's
5
gotta
more
put
of
the
them than one
headphones on
swine.
to
Thank
talk
you.
into the microphone.
Get the fuck
If
off
he
my
don't put the
sidewalk.
headphones on, he can't talk into the microphone.
You need to put the Seinfeld count in the corner of the screen.
I'm in the throes of a Seinfeld.
You're on like
fucking-
9 or 10
All right,
right now.
I want to plug Nurse Wellness Premium THC and CBD, established in 2018.
Nice.
They have stores all over the place. The store that I know about, the store that I visited, is the one in Bethlehem on Main Street. It's owned by a fellow named Mike. I'm not going to say his last name because, quite frankly, I don't remember his last name.
Okay.
Solid, good dude. I am a strong proponent of Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. All right, let's play a game. We'll shut the cameras off. He'll burp, and I'll hit the burp button, and we'll play which one was Wimser. All right, so anyway, Nurse Wellness. Mike is a good dude. He's donated to the charity a few times. I've spoken about this on the air many times, Josh, with the opioid addiction and and there's many, many cops that get hooked on that too, from line of duty injuries and whatnot. Marijuana, I feel, THC, CBD is a great alternative to that.
It is.
P.S. Mike, you said my name again. Thanks.
Oh shit! Sorry, I got to take some more bourbon now. Giddy up. What I was saying was he's a good dude. I don't know anybody that ever got addicted to marijuana and were robbing their family members and doing all sorts of crazy shit. I wouldn't recommend driving on marijuana.
No.
But I think it's a much better alternative. People are split on that. Some people say all drugs are bad. Listen, if a kid that's 16 years old that has seizures from cancer related or whatever gets relief from smoking marijuana, he should be able to smoke marijuana.
I'm going to be honest with you. The best move I ever made, I got Nick's,
Right.
Peppermint the Elf,
Right.
a medical marijuana card. We got rid of 4 different antidepressants and 3 different anxiety meds.
How wonderful is that?
Awesome.
7 different medications gone.
Yep.
Gone.
Yep.
Because not only that,
And
it
we
wreaks
noticed
havoc on your body.
We noticed a difference once the stuff was out of her system in about 2 days.
Right.
If she was a different kid. I'll tell you what, the nurse at her school, which isn't in Phillipsburg, it's that next one out Route
If this is
57.
going to be controversial, let's not name the school.
I won't,
Okay.
but completely against it.
Right.
Just completely against it. To the point where the 4-letter agency was summoned to my home.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Was that FBI?
No.
That's 3.
4-letter, not 3. So
Thanks,
the
Mike.
lady came in and I went,
Thanks, Mike.
I went-
That was the joke.
medical cards, and the principal was great. She said, let me put them on file.
Right.
You never have to worry about this again. But
Hey,
it was, she was a different
Jen
kid,
says
man.
that the Swiney was in her top 5.
Well, clearly, Jen is an intelligent, beautiful woman whose opinion matters in this world, unlike Turk the Marine.
Any other plugs?
So I did Nurse Wellness. If you do a search on it, you can find it online. Good dude, fair prices, great shop. In
Yeah.
the middle of lovely downtown Bethlehem, and it is
Good.
their downtown Bethlehem. Just a few blocks from the Bethlehem Hotel.
Okay.
Like I said, and look at Mo. Look at this cool hat.
That was
bro.
close.
Look
that
at this
is
cool
hold
hat.
on.
It is a
hold
nice
it up
hat,
there.
Mo.
Let me get in on it. There it goes.
Oh, it's moving.
That's what she said. So
That is a cool hat.
Ryan, listen.
It is.
I went there and he's.
Wait, how many of those you got?
I only have the one, but he's going to be here
Are you-
tonight. I'll get one for you.
All right.
So
Roger
now
that.
I'm in there and he's got a big box and he's just he's like,
That's what
do
she
you-
said.
What do you want? Right. And I'm like, well, if it's for free, it's for me, and give me 3. Never ask a cop what he wants if it's free.
No.
Okay. So I was like, I want that hat. He's like, Mike, I got these drinks. I got flour. I got vape. I got gummies. I'm like, I want the hat.
What are the drinks? Is that they're infused?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
And some of them are have 20 milligrams of THC.
Okay.
Listen, I'm not a scientist, and I told him one day I'd like to have him on the show to explain this.
Yeah.
So
That, you know what? That would work
In New
good.
Jersey, there's a dispensary. We
Yep.
have one right up the block. I
Yeah.
frequent it often. I'm a frequent flyer. Matter of fact, maybe I'll take a walk up there in a little bit
There
and
you
get
go.
me some milky cereal or some Sunday Driver, my 2
Ooh,
favorites.
milky cereal's good.
Oh, it's fucking real good.
It really
right?
is.
People don't know what we're talking about. They try it.
I
It
know.
literally tastes like Fruit Loops
You know what
cereal
was
after
re-
the Fruit Loops are
You
gone.
know
to
it was
milk.
really good before they turned it into just a
Sunday
vape?
Driver.
Cherry Garcia.
Cherry Garcia. Oh, yeah.
Then they went and they changed it to a vape, and
That sounds
now
like
they
Ben
got
and
rid of
Jerry's,
the
though.
strain.
Yeah, it's really good. I just got my brother some.
Not even affiliated. It says it right on the.
I
It
just
said it
got-
right
Oh,
on the
does it?
packaging.
Awesome.
Oh yeah.
I just got my brother suffers from seizures and stuff.
Yeah.
And I just got him a half ounce of cherry slush.
Oh, it works wonders.
but
on
it's
seizures.
flour. I don't like
Mhm.
flour. I like a gummy.
Yeah.
And I have a problem sleeping because I have a lot of injuries from line of duty and stuff. And I
Yeah.
also have sleep apnea. 2 hits of the vape.
Yep.
One 5 milligram gummy, 10 milligrams if I'm really achy, and I'm out like a light.
There-
And I sleep through the night. Maybe I gotta get up a couple times to pee because I'm old.
Yeah.
But,
Well, yeah.
but other than
There's
that,
a gentleman I go to chemo with. His name is Russell,
right?
and he bakes like the best cookies.
Okay.
And I'm not sure.
Did you
where he
bring
gets-
some today?
No.
You're an
You
asshole.
know what? No, I can for next week. I can.
You can.
I'll get in touch with him and let him know.
Who
But
said you're a recurring guest?
Who
Who
know
said
what?
you're coming back next week?
You know,
This
you know
fucking
what
guy, he has 2 beers, and all of a sudden he gets very forceful.
We're gonna call it handsy. Anyway, no, he bakes for all the patients.
Oh yeah,
So when we sit in there with him,
right.
it's wonderful. Then there was the time I used the Dablicator, which
We're not gonna.
no,
Yeah, we had a.
that's a completely
You,
different.
you had enough of your stories.
That's
You
a
want to plug
completely
anything?
different episode.
You
No,
want to plug anything?
nope, I'm
How
good.
about your own charity for the kids? You have a website?
No, I could not afford the website. I
Maybe-
set it up and
now
I had to
listen,
close it down.
Maybe if Chris Jackson makes a decent donation,
I just put all the information back up on the
you
screen.
Can, maybe
Start it
you
back
can afford a website.
Start it back
Because
up.
I think you should have a website with all these amazing photos on it. Because listen, here's something a lot of people don't agree with: the days of it's only charity if 2 people know about it. A fungool.
Exactly.
We're in
Exactly.
2025.
Yep.
Everybody wants a slice of the pie.
Yep.
It's very hard to fundraise. I will unshamelessly.
Shamelessly, that's the word.
I will
Shamelessly.
shamelessly promote and show pictures of.
That was one of the pieces of advice you gave.
Yes,
me.
because
Do not be afraid to
Nope.
shamelessly ask people for money.
Nope, because 25 people will say no or they can't or whatever. And I
Exactly.
respect that. And somebody might say yes, or don't ever get discouraged because you could be doing a lot of million things and people might not donate. They're like sometimes when people donate, or there's people that have never donated, and then someone has a house fire.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, this person that's never donated, because I can see who donates and doesn't,
Yeah.
donates $2,500. And maybe they only donated $5, $10 here or there, which all adds up. I'm not
Right,
knocking
right,
$5,
right,
$10.
right.
And I messaged the guy and I'm like, hey, before I accept this $2,500 Venmo, is this accurate? Did you make a mistake?
Right. Right.
Was it supposed to be 25? And he's like, no, why? And I'm like, well, if I'm being honest with you, if you've only donated 10 here, 15 there, which I love and thank you.
Right.
Because I'd rather have somebody consistent over 10 years, give me 5, 10, 15, 20
Right.
here.
Right. Right.
He's like, no, I had a house fire when I was a kid. It resonated with me.
Yep.
And I love what you're doing and I want to help. So you never know where your angel donor could come
Exactly.
from. And the only way to do that is everybody's competing for those same donation dollars.
Yeah.
You have to have a social media presence.
Yeah.
So
So that's another thing I like about
hopefully
having
I
the
swayed
Santa
Chris
thing.
Jackson and now he's going to
Yeah,
make
that's another reason why I like having the Santa thing.
I'm going to keep saying
That's
Jackson's fucking
unique.
name until the
I
judge
know
tells
you
me
will.
fucking don't.
I know you will. I'm still trying to figure out how Stephanie's having trouble with Venmo. So I might
We'll
call
figure
her
that
in
out.
a minute.
Mo, anybody you want to do a shout out to or do any sort of plugs for?
No
Anything
plugs
like
for
that?
me. We're
No
good.
plugs for you?
Blue.
What about Blue? She want to plug anything? You're looking at me and talking to me, but the studio audience can't hear you. It's not your first rodeo. I say if you want to plug something, I can say no.